sports and enjoy building relationships and helping businesses grow? We want to hear from you. We offer excellent pay, a market-leading commission structure, and full benefits including health, dental, vision, and life insurance. Ready to join an exciting team environment where every day is different? Send your resume to sales@hitthatline.com. That's sales@hitthatline.com. Pearson Broadcasting is an equal opportunity employer. ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, lots of sunshine. Our high temperatures today right around the middle of 70s. We end up with a clear sky, low 50s. Tonight, Thursday, lots of sun, a high in the upper 70s, and then a chance of showers and thunderstorms for Friday. Our high on Friday, right around 80 degrees. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by COP CDL Academy. Want a life-changing career? Give them a call today at 479-632-1050 or check them out online at copcdlacademy.com.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, you're listening to ESPN 95.3. ERX Paris Fort Smith. Broadcasting on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
We got a good one tonight. You got a team in here that doesn't respect you.
Live from the Busch Light Studios.
Don't ask me if I'm all right. What can't they dominate? And we not doing it.
We're going to go get one and celebrate on somebody else's field.
Well, take it to the house.
People said you had very motivational words at halftime.
It's halftime with Phil Olsen and Matt Jones.
From the bottom of my toes to the top of my head. What's my hot dog? Let's go, man.
I have zero respect for saying no moss at halftime.
What name of one Razorback? Is vintage Matt Jones.
The Cinderella story is over, man.
Let's go.
Call or text 877-377-6963. Now, here's Phil Olsen and Matt Jones.
Oh, a great day to be in lovely Harrison, Arkansas. And welcome in here on halftime on ESPN Arkansas and hitthatline.com. Phil Elson along with Matt Jones, Christian Johnston producing. We'll get you for the next 3 hours on halftime here. And good to be at Bath Makeover of the Ozarks today. Matt, how you looking? How you feeling today?
Hey, man, this place is cool right here. You need to get something for your bath, the bathroom, the shower, everything you got to do. And that's one of my favorite rooms in the house. So if you need anything done, man, stop out here and check it out. They got whatever you need.
Yeah, we're at the 52-1 Old Belafonte Road in Harrison. It's right across from North Arkansas College. So, man, it's a showroom that'll show you exactly everything that you need in changing up your bathroom and changing up your shower.
I like the retractable seat they got right there. Sometimes you got to clip your toenails or fingernails. Do you clip your toenails or fingernails in the shower?
Already asking me about a potential bad habit, maybe.
How is that a bad habit?
No.
Grooming yourself.
No,
that's a good habit.
No, the bad habit is maybe not clipping them, maybe ripping.
Oh, you're one of those. Okay.
I do one or the other.
Fair enough.
It's not like it's not like I have the habit all the time of ripping my fingernails, but every once in a while, in a nervous moment,
I understand.
Or
That's
like
Coach Nutt. Hey, we'd be third down and 8 in the fourth quarter. You look over, Coach Nutt's kind of just going on. Yeah.
Well, also, there might be certain kind of chicken wing meat that you can't get out. You know what I'm talking about? Otherwise, sauce. I'll clip them very nicely, but I won't do it in the shower.
Okay.
If I had a seat like that, I probably would.
That shower's gangster right there.
Matt's got his eyes on the walk-in bathtub right over here, because that thing.
Cold tub, hot tub, whatever you need, make that work. Man, you live for 20 extra years doing stuff like that.
And that one over there would fit any defensive lineman on the Razorback football team, too. Yeah. Would also fit a 6'6" radio host.
Who's your boy Josh Rosen that had it in the, or was that Mark Sanchez that had the hot tub in the dorm room? You could go get one. Maybe it was Josh Rosen.
I thought that was Thornton Mellon.
It could have been.
That had the hot tub in the
man. That's
in
nice.
the dorm room. Yeah, we're here for the next 3 hours. We'll also be talking with Ron Jumper, the proprietor, and I mean there's locations all around the state. Bath Makeover of the Ozarks also serves all of Northwest Arkansas, all the way up into towards Pittsburgh, Kansas, up into Missouri, towards Branson and Springfield. I mean, basically, it's all around the listening audience of our 104.3 ESPN Arkansas affiliate. So it doesn't just have to be here in Harrison, doesn't even just have to be in Arkansas. Bath Makeover of AR.com to learn more. So then there's sports to get into too. Matt Jones and Hog Baseball yesterday got a 7-0 win over the Little Rock Trojans. It's one of those games that it's like, well, there was a little bit of a weird 7-0 win because they only collect 4 base hits, get out hit 7-4, didn't have a hit until the 5th inning. Pitching was really good. It was nice to see the pitchers do what they did. All the base hits mattered, but a win is a win, and especially after a disappointing weekend at Auburn, and you're trying to find a way to generate momentum into the weekend at Alabama. It's just, I don't know. I know baseball can be a momentum sport. It's just the kind of team that you're playing usually has a lot to do with it. So I hope that carries over. But it was nice to have a little oasis at home yesterday because I think the team is playing at 5 different baseball parks in a 2-week stretch, and only 1 game at Baum. So it was nice to be home, but it felt like a mirage.
Well, and anytime you're struggling or so, I don't know. I mean, it's to the outside, it looks like the sky's falling. I don't know how it is inside the locker room. But anytime it's kind of going the other way and you can get a win, you take it however you can get it, and you move on and you build from that and you grow together. And it just some camaraderie. It just gives you back a little shot of life because it's a grind. And I know I say this and I feel like I repeat myself all the time, but if it was easy, everybody would do it. It's tough. It's hard work. You're highly skilled, highly trained athletes, and you're competing at the highest level. And it's such a – the thing is, losing 4 or 5 games in a row – It's an inch. It's just a little bit. It's not like they're the worst team or they can't do. It's just hey, let's fix one little thing here. Let's do a little bit better here. It's just a little bit. It's not like it's such this big gap that they're not doing. So, hey, that's positive. Win you a game and try to just build on that and move forward.
Well, and they do move forward because the team flies out tomorrow to Tuscaloosa, take on an Alabama team that run-ruled Samford, so they're coming off an even more dominant victory. And basketball, of course, to get into, we'll be talking with Grant Hall, who is at the Masters. And what are you seeing right here?
You got to come up with 3 golfers, and so there's the thing: golfers that win. Listen, the golfers that win the Masters are in the top 25 in the world rankings. So look, just type in golf rankings top 25. Don't choose anybody outside. I mean, if you fill in a little bit like top 40, just choose some of the best ones: John Ram, Xander Schauffele, Roy McIlroy, Scotty Scheffler. Choose some of the big timers, and
so it's okay to go chalky in this kind of this isn't a bracket that we're doing.
Hey, we all pretend like we like Cinderella, and we all pretend like David always beat Goliath. But the reason we know that David beat Goliath is because it never happens. It was the one time it happens. It doesn't happen in sports. Usually, the teams that are have the money and spend, and those are the teams. Those are the guys that win. Look for a golfer that only has one sponsor on his outfit. So, don't have him looking like a NASCAR with 47 different stickers on him. Look for a golfer. He's only sponsored by one brand. That means he's amazing.
That's actually a really good scouting report on the golfers, especially since I don't know enough of them.
That's a simple thing. Yeah.
I know the names that you'd mentioned there, but it's like when I did my picks for March Madness, and I settled in. Look, I only did this because I wanted to do a head bracket and a heart bracket, but we disallowed doing multiple brackets for halftime, so I had to do one of them, and I chose the heart. There is no head and heart with a golf pick'em with me, Matt, because it's like empty,
and there's nobody from Arkansas that's really So yeah,
it's a totally blank slate.
Yeah.
So I actually ought to be
Rocco Mediate.
Well, I know who Rocco
There we
Mediate
go.
is.
He's from Pittsburgh,
That's
right? Yeah,
why
that's
I know
right. That's,
who Rocco Mediate is.
yeah.
And I remember, didn't he come really close to did he go into a sudden death with
Tiger?
Yeah.
It was I think it was the U.S. Open. It's the one where they have the 18-hole playoff. So sometimes it's sudden death, or sometimes it's a 3-hole aggregate. 18 holes the next day.
For just 2 guys doing it,
figure
too.
it out. Yep.
Can we do this with baseball or football? Why are they just doing a sudden death or an extra inning or something? Just play another full game. Just go out there and play another 4 quarters of football.
Ooh.
Why not?
Yeah.
Not like anything you've ever done before.
I think
right?
they should make their caddies. They should make their caddies hit a shot. That's what. If you want to settle it, we'll let the caddies, and then the other golfer gets to choose. Do they want them to hit the? They get one shot. They can hit the tee shot, the next, whatever. Make the caddies hit one shot. Then you'll have some people figuring it out a little bit sooner.
I like this idea. This can go along with.
I'm surprised the Live Golf Tour. They're an arcade game. I'm surprised they don't do that.
But this can go along with the next time that the NCAA basketball championship goes to a triple overtime. It would have to go to a triple overtime. Then it becomes decided by the managers.
We'd just be playing for overtime, right? Because we have the best group of managers. I love that idea.
There you go. It's called strategy, Matt. You just play for a third overtime because your managers are the most in shape of any of the managers in the country.
That's right.
And that's how you get a banner up in the manager locker room and in the main arena at Bud Walton.
Does the managers get their own? Man, what a great time to be in college. The managers get their own locker room.
Heck,
these
the
days?
walk-ons,
Wow.
the walk-ons got their own locker room for football. I don't know if they still do. That's where Polar Express
That's where they
was being
watch
watched.
Frozen. Yeah.
I think it was
Polar Express,
and
yeah.
then followed by Frozen.
That's where they watch their DVDs.
Because
Yeah.
that's basically how you
Hey, you got to get
you
ready.
Get a kid watching.
You got no wonder they play so good at home. You know, no wonder we've been really, really good in Don W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium the last 3 years.
Well, let's not worry too much about that just yet. Still got a basketball portal to kick around, and Cyril is in the portal. Matt, he's the big guy from Georgia who had 8 blocks against Arkansas, something like that. Got a no contact tag, and he's got a relationship with Cal. From I don't remember if it was a previous committal to Kentucky or just like really considering, and apparently it's down to Arkansas and Miami, and it may actually come down to the kind of thing that Cal said he won't get involved in, which is a bidding war for a potentially dominant big man that isn't the only potentially dominant big man in the country, but he might be tops on the list for these teams.
It's hard to, and I don't know, did Sarah Huckabee Sanders pass the rule where there's no state income tax on NIL money? Because it's hard to beat a Florida school because there's no state income tax and you're in a different bracket. So if in Florida they offer you $500,000, in Arkansas they offer you $500,000, you get about 8 to 12% more. If so, that pays your agent, that pays other things. So then it's hard to compete with those states that don't have a state income tax when it comes to that.
Well, we'll see what it comes down to. Everybody's kind of like hanging on an edge.
Why would you want to go
some
play
sort of
for
a tweet.
Miami when you could come play for Arkansas? Like if he likes basketball, give him something that's whatever Miami. Just if Miami offers him $500,000, offer him the same price. Understanding you're in a different state income tax, but why don't you want to have a chance to make a Final Four? Like Miami's not making a Final Four next year.
I don't know. They've been in a Final Four more recently than Arkansas has.
That's true. Leonard Hamilton's a G. I
think it was Larinaga too.
Was it Larinaga?
He got them there. Of course, the last time those teams
then he got fired midseason. I think. Yeah.
Well, he retired. He quit midseason. He was like,
going
I'm
around.
Tired of this thing. That's right. Oh, I would rather he come play at Arkansas because then I'd feel really good about the main issue that this team had this last season. So we're just all waiting for some kind of I don't know if it would be a commitment tweet, if it comes within the next week to a week and a half, or if it's just a matter of the agents. Now, because if you talk about, coaching carousel is also time for coaches to get raises. If you're talking about a bidding war and there's 2 weeks with the portal open, it's not like he's got to make those decisions within 2 weeks. What about the false information that gets thrown out here and there in order to you know how that is when it comes to coaches. They do it in free agency season for pro sports. Now it's time to do it for college sports.
That's very true. And there's not a whole lot of transparency in this business, so that's tough. But the dominoes did stop falling when North Carolina goes and hires an NBA guy. Because if they pluck somebody from another college, then it just keeps going and enter the portal. But so they kind of stopped that. I wonder what's the best college job that's open right now? Is everything kind of taken care of? Because if North Carolina would have went the college ranks, then it would have just started falling that way. But going to an NBA guy,
there hasn't been some rash of firings like it felt like during the college football season, because there also were a ton of firings during the season.
The Kentucky coach come to Arkansas, the BYU coach go to Kentucky, and so that kind of starts the trend.
All right, here's what we got for halftime on this Wednesday as we are live at Bath Makeover of the Ozarks in Harrison. You can come out and visit us anytime that you like. I would like to thank the listener who corrected my pronunciation for the name of the road. This is Bellefonte Road in Harrison. Thank you very much. I saw the E there, so use a little help sometimes, even though I know how to pronounce just about all the names in the of the towns in the state, living here for 25 years, but some of the cities, some of the forts, apparently, too, from a couple years ago, too, might be an issue for me. So we've got Dudley Dawson coming up in an hour, Hall of Famer, Emmy Award winner Clay Henry at 12 noon. And after the break, we're calling up Grant Hall, who is joining us from Augusta National on halftime. So stay with us.
Lewis Automotive celebrating 80 years. Since 1946. No pressure, no hassle, just tradition. The challenge is over, but the deals aren't. Come take advantage of the thank you event only at Lewis Automotive.
Today could have been a day where all they're scoring and we're not pitching real good and they got their guys going, but our guys wouldn't have any of it.
Back it goes. Get out of here. Big Country. A swing and a high drive to right field again for the second time in the game. Big Country. He hit it over the video board. It's swimming with the fishes.
I love the horns down. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better series than what we got right here.
Listen to every Razorback baseball game on ESPN.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacale.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouth.
Some serious crappie.
Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Are there still places Taco Bell's crispy chicken nuggets haven't been? Sure, but the inside of a Crunchwrap slider is no longer one of them. The new crispy chicken Crunchwrap slider. All white meat chicken nuggets where only we could put them. Inside a slider-sized Crunchwrap. And the dipping sauce, it's along for the ride. On the inside. Choose from creamy chipotle or jalapeno honey mustard. The new crispy chicken Crunchwrap slider. A brand new classic. Only at Taco Bell.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge. And when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
If your Razorback closet needs an upgrade, the University of Arkansas Game Day Collection is what you are looking for. Only at Roback.com. They have brand new Arkansas hoodies and polos that are selling fast. Go to Roback.com to check out their new apparel. That's Roback.com. RHOBACK.com. Use the code RUSH26 for 20% off your first order. Roback, where action meets comfort.
David Bowie got more fame with his #1 hit titled Fame. John Lennon co-wrote and sounded some of the high notes. The last line in the first verse sums it up. Fame puts you there where things are hollow. John 12:43 tells us that many people rejected Jesus because they loved the fame of people more than the praise of God. Is it any wonder you get more fame by rejecting the name of Jesus? I'm Pastor E. from Woodland. Think about it.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or any individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check on your eligibility for the homestead tax credit. Contact us today to see if you qualify. The homestead tax credit could save you up to $600 off your tax bill.
So I had pain in my feet for a good 20 years.
It felt like I was standing on marbles.
Something wasn't working with my feet. Was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis.
If your feet aren't comfortable, the rest of the body suffers.
So I went into the Good Feet store and bam. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support.
You put in the arch supports, to me it was almost miraculous.
It really brought me back to being able to be me.
I can run, I can walk. This is not something that you could solve online.
Reclaim the good life with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. Good feet, good life.
You know she said so. I'm in love with her. Feel fine. Baby said she's mine. You know she tells me all the time. You know she said so. I'm in love with her. Feel fine.
Make sure to follow Halftime on X at Hit That Line AR and on Facebook and Instagram at Hit That Line. Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years.
Since 1946, no pressure, no hassle, just tradition. The challenge is over, but the deals aren't. Come take advantage of the thank you event only at Lewis Automotive.
Let's get back to the show with Phil Elson and Matt Jones.
Let's head to the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, and we'll talk here with Grant Hall. We always appreciate Grant's time, especially, well, I don't want to, say that there's 1 week or 2 weeks that's more important out of the year, but maybe this is, Grant. So thanks so much for joining us at Augusta National. How are you today?
Well, I'm fine. It's funny. I've been here a week. I got here last week for the women's amateur, and Maria Jose Marine won that thing, and she was a very popular winner, set a tournament record of 14 under par, and she was here, right here in this press building Sunday morning, touring it with her family and Shauna Estes and her husband, and she actually got to take part in the ceremony for the drive, chip, and putt contest. It awarded the 7-year-old kid her medal and everything. So now I know she's doing a kind of a victory tour back home, having some. Did she throw out the? Well, I guess she actually hit a golf shot.
She didn't throw out. She didn't throw out a ceremonial first pitch. Matt, I've never seen this before. She chipped the first. It was the first ceremonial chip, and she chipped a strike from just in front of the strike zone. They put a little grass home plate down. Or it wasn't grass. It was a turf home plate. She puts the golf ball down and literally chipped a strike with the golf ball. It was a thing of beauty.
She's like, you got to use your hands. It's like a video game.
Fred Ridley just did his press conference, his annual press conference here, and he talks about that tournament and how it has succeeded beyond his wildest dreams to this point, and really kind of becoming the event for women's amateur golf. And so I had that, and then, of course, now two former Razorbacks are playing this week. You got Matteo Pulcini, who won the Latin American Amateur, and Nicholas Echeverria. Nico won the par 3 tournament last year, and, of course, that's a jinx. No one who's won that has ever won the regular tournament. He's playing it again today, and it's underway. I think it comes on ESPN after a while. I'm kind of watching a little bit of it right now. And Gary Player, age 90, has made 4 holes in 1 in this thing. And I saw a player the other day limbo underneath the rope on the first tee at Augusta National. So he continues to amaze with his physical conditioning.
Grant, what's the hole that they skip it across on the par 3 challenge?
That's number 16. I talked to some people this morning who'd never been here, and they were looking forward to seeing that. I think the golf course stays open until maybe 3 or 4 o'clock today, even though the par 3 thing has begun, and so people can go watch that if they want to. And that it's interesting. Favorite holes that different people have. Someone said the other day, I think Chris Gotterup, who's won 4 times in the last year, said he thinks number 7 is underrated. It's gone from 360 yards to 450 over the years, and it's narrow, and it's not the easiest green to play to. So they try to toughen up this course, but Ridley said today that he still thinks that they're going to try to roll the golf ball back by 2030. He said Jackson Harrington told him He drove it over the bunkers on 1 and 5. And he said, we can't move the Eisenhower cabin, but back on number 1, we have to get hold of this thing. So they're still trying to do that. I don't know if they will.
Give me, Grant, give me 2 live golfers, give me 2 PGA golfers that you think could win this thing.
I think Rahm probably would be the guy that would come to mind first, and then probably DeChambeau from Live. Cam Smith is another guy that's done well here before. He's such a great putter. And I think of the other guys, I mean, Brandon Chambly picked, I think he picked Scheffler last night, and it'd be hard to go against him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think probably Rory, even though Rory, I think has kind of been taking a 1-year victory lap since he completed the Grand Slam last year. It kind of just been soaking it all in, but he's kind of getting back in playing mode. So who knows? Maybe I think only 2 guys have defended. I believe that's right, Tiger and.
What about an old head? What about an old head, Sergio Garcia, who's the 2017 Masters champion? Dustin Johnson, who's the 2020. Do you think has the game passed those couple guys by, or do you think those guys have a legitimate chance?
I think winning here has passed them by.
Okay.
Garcia said the other day he's not playing very well. I watched him on the practice area for a long time yesterday, and he still has those shots. Dustin Johnson, it's just hard to. I never watched Live. I don't think he's played that great on that tour. So I would say no to both of those.
I heard this stat, Grant, that Jon Rahm, his last 31 starts on the Live Golf Tour, 29 times he's finished inside the top 10.
Yeah, he's playing well. He told a great story the other day about there's a guy here in the media center that I met yesterday who has the Ryder Cup captain's jacket worn by Max Faulkner. Max Faulkner won the British Open in 1951, but he was on 5, Ryder Cup teams. And he said one night, this guy's father and he were talking, and they'd had a few. And he said, why don't we trade jackets? And the guy did. So this guy, the son, is still wearing the captain's Ryder Cup jacket from 1947 through 57 or something back in those years. But I'm not even sure why I started telling that story, but I like
story.
it.
That's a good story.
Wow. But I know what it was. The story was that Rahm said one time they told him that Longer was playing and his partner were playing, and they got to the last hole, and Seve was the captain. And so Longer was about to hit. There was a bad drive. He was about to chip out, and Seve comes barreling over there and says, why don't you try to slice this ball 50 yards over this tree right here? And, of course, Longer wasn't going to do it. Well, he chipped out, made par, and they won the hole because the American team 3-putted. And the American team was Tiger Woods and Mark O'Meara. And as Longer was telling this story, he said, I can't remember who we beat. And it was Tiger was right there listening to this at the Champions Dinner. This was obviously not this year because, Tiger didn't come to anything. But I thought that was rather amusing.
How is Tiger with his peers? Because I think the media might portray this a little different. Is Tiger still accepted with his peers? Is he just gone because he just had this thing go? But do you expect Tiger to be back around everybody next year? Because I heard, Grant, that the U.S. They weren't going to let him be a captain for the Ryder Cup.
Well, a few days after it happened, there was an agreement that wouldn't happen. Someone told me that Tiger was here 2 days after the incident last week, and I haven't got that confirmed, but they, because Tiger was going to help open the Patch on Monday, this public course that's not too far from here, and he would have attended the Champions Dinner, and people have told me they thought he was going to play in the tournament. If you listen to, like, for example, Fred Couples had only good things to say about him, and he said the players who have talked about it have basically said that, they're pulling for him to come through the things he's dealing with now. And, but I thought it was interesting that Justin Rose said the other day, he said, this is the first I've thought about it. In other words, Tiger and Phil aren't here this week for the first time since 1994 together.
Yeah.
And they're kind of, I guess, out of sight, out of mind to the younger. In fact, this is interesting, guys. Fred Ridley said today there are only about 12 Augusta National members who ever met Cliff Roberts. And, of course, he was the guy who, along with Bobby Jones, got this whole thing going. So times change and time moves on.
You have a well, speaking of time moves on and times change, but you think of the Masters as one of the most traditional, I was going to say tournaments, but it's an institution, one of the most traditional institutions in all of American sports. Do you have a favorite year, a favorite tournament, a favorite moment that stands out? I know this means so much to you.
Well, somebody asked me for a top 5 the other day, and I always start with Nicklaus in '86. And then because Ben Crenshaw was a favorite of mine, I liked both of his, '84 and '95. Of course, I think you have to. A lot of people would say Tiger in '97 when he broke the record at age 21, but I probably liked Tiger in 2019 when no one thought he could do this again. At age 43, I think he was, to win that one. So those are some of my. I also like Fred Couples. Everybody liked Freddie when he won in '92.
Grant, let's leave it there and let you get back to whatever it is that you do. So what's the rest of the day like for you then? What do you do?
Well, it's funny. I'm watching this par 3 thing now, and we'll try to get out there and see some of that. The writers have their dinner tonight. We had the golf writers meeting this morning, and of course Ridley's press conference. And really, now I'm going to do 2 radio gigs tomorrow, guys. Sorry, but I'm going to do Bo Mattingly and Chuck in the morning, and then a friend of mine named Brett Norsworthy from Memphis tomorrow afternoon. So it's all fun stuff.
Who's the best golfer out of y'all 3?
Out of
Bo, I know Bo's pretty good. It's been years since I played with Bo, but it's you, Chuck, and Bo. If y'all went out to the course, who's giving who shots?
Well, if they let me play my short tees, I think I'd win.
There we go.
I think I've played 200 rounds in the last year or something like that.
Out of those 3 guys, I only know one that got a sports car because he hit a hole-in-one, and he's on the air with us right now.
I like it.
That?
I like it.
Grant,
I wish
fun.
I still had that car.
Well,
thanks, guys.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming on. That's outstanding. There's something about Grant's got that youthful quality to it, doesn't he have that? But do you hear? I think it's up to 11 right now, like these 2 weeks.
He's no, that's we were asking, when you were taking your boy fishing, and we are like, hey, what would be one of the perfect days? You're like, going fishing, going to Herman's, going to see Bubba's his place. Like, how cool? Grant's like going to the Masters. It's like, and he's been there 12 days.
Yeah, he gets 2 weeks of perfect days.
He's got it.
That's called the life, my friend. We'll open up the Lewis Automotive Hotline, 877-377-6963 to get with us anytime. Also got numbers for you from the Fence Man. The Fence Man's been serving the Fort Smith and all of our listening audience for over 40 years, building custom one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, high security, also automatic gates. They feature 18-month financing at the Fence Man. Call them at 479-782-3936. Give a look at thefencemanAR.com. The Fence Man, he ain't afraid of no work. Back in a moment. This is halftime.
3 runs will score. Robinette into second base. Hogs are up 4-0.
This is halftime.
You're sitting at a red light or stuck in traffic, and your phone lights up. Maybe it's a text, a video call, a new post, or a quick notification you think you can check in a second. It feels harmless, but the truth is, once your eyes leave the road, you're not really driving anymore. And traffic doesn't pause just because you do. That split second of distraction can throw off everything. Your reaction time, your awareness, your ability to avoid someone else's mistake. You could damage your car, injure yourself, or hurt someone you care about. Or you could get pulled over for a reminder that your phone isn't worth the risk. So before you start driving, make it easy on yourself. Put your phone on silent. Toss it in the glove box. Set it to Do Not Disturb. Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
You're listening to Halftime Live from the Crabtree RV Center studios. Crabtree RV Center, where RVing is life.
Spring has arrived, bringing warmer days, road trips, and unpredictable spring showers. That's why it's the perfect time to visit Southern Tire Mart. From top quality tires to expert service at competitive prices, we'll make sure your vehicle is ready for all your spring adventures. Visit our Fort Smith location at 9700 Highway 271 and let us prepare your ride for whatever the season brings. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. We keep America rolling.
Are you an angler having trouble finding all the bait, tackle, and more for your fishing needs? Makeover Bait and Tackle, now located in Fort Smith next to Witts Marine on North 11th Street, is your place. Makeover Bait and Tackle also has the largest selection of plastics in the River Valley. Reactor Innovation, Bobby Garland, Zoom, Mega Bass, and more. Check out the Daiwa Rod and Reels. Makeover Bait and Tackle, 803 North 11th Street in Fort Smith, 479-926-9320. Also get your rod and reels repaired. Come see us next to Witts Marine at Makeover Bait and Tackle.
Do you feel that, Arkansas? The Lotto jackpot is now more than $1 million. Why should you care? Because this $1 million+ prize can only be won in Arkansas. There are 2 Lotto drawings every week, and the jackpot keeps growing until there's a winner. Join the fun and play Lotto today. A $2 ticket could change your life. Get yours in stores today. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Are you a middle-aged man feeling low on energy, struggling with weight gain, a decreased libido, or even battling depression? You don't have to feel this way any longer. Hi, this is Stephen Pittman, a licensed nurse practitioner and expert on testosterone replacement therapy. At Pittman TRT in Fort Smith, our priority is to restore your vitality and energy the way you felt in your 20s. No need to drive an hour or more.
Call Pittman TRT today at 479-274-1747 or check them out online at pittmantrt.com. Pittman TRT. Get back to feeling like your old self again.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a time out to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs and their experts install them. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Discover why Pella is a trusted choice for homeowners everywhere. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. That's Pella.com/Eisen.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Splish splash, I was taking a bath long about a Saturday night. Rubbed up, just relaxing in the tub, thinking everything was alright. When I stepped out the tub, I put my feet on the floor. I wrapped the towel around me and I opened the door. And in a splish splash, I jumped back in the bath. Well, how was I to know there was a party going on? It was a splishing in the bath.
You're listening to Halftime with Phil Elson and Matt Jones. Want to jump in the conversation? Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years.
Since 1946, no pressure, no hassle, just tradition. The challenge is over, but the deals aren't. Come take advantage of the thank you event only at Lewis Automotive.
Let's get back to the show with Phil Elson and Matt Jones.
I feel like anytime you mention Herman's now, Matt, somebody's going to remember to tell you that it's up for sale and that they want somebody to purchase another institution that might be closing down. We've already established, as good as we might be at sitting here, being a couple of menches, drinking juice shots and coffee and talking sports and chopping it up, the chopping it up is not going to be chopping up the steaks.
I think we got to have Clay Henry in with it if we're going to get it done. He could be the grill master. Yeah, we'd have to do the radio show from Herman's and have to build a house there if you wanted to make anything happen.
There's
You'd
some
have to
room
live
for a
on
house
site.
behind Herman's.
I don't know. Who wants to live on College Avenue, man?
Really good point.
There is a movie theater close by though, so you can stay up to date on your movie. There's a Whole Foods.
I was gonna say there's a health food store close enough.
I'd like to spend all $400 and get 4 things out of the health food store.
How much today was it?
$27 for a. No, I love it. I kid. It was
I
amazing.
had a I didn't spend the money on it because I got my voucher, my concession voucher for Plainsman Park at Auburn, Matt. And this cracked me up. You know how I love the honey mustard. The honey mustard for those delicious pretzels that they put out there. The first day I'm there, they don't charge me for the honey mustard, so I didn't have to spend. Because they did charge me the honey mustard the next day. It was a $12 pretzel, but if you get the honey mustard, it's $12.08. They charged me the 8 cents. I broke out my credit card twice to spend 16 cents for honey mustard. It's one of the most ridiculous purchases I've ever made in my life.
Well, so I went to eat at the establishment yesterday, and I don't want to call out any names, but you go in there, and they give you this receipt now that says pay this amount if it's cash, pay this amount if it's a card. And so the whole thing is a racket because what was this debit card sold to you as? It is straight from your cash account, not a credit card. It's just a debit. It debits it right away. So I'm paying now for a transaction that's paying you cash. It's not a credit card saying, "Oh, I'll pay this later." You're taking it right out of my account and everything. $1 this, $3 for this. I always keep cash. I pay with cash, but it's like, man. So I'm going to pay an extra $3. Does that make you not want to give the lady her tip too? Because it's like everything now. They're just charging the customer now instead of used to. Who used to pay that concept? Who used to pay that charge?
Well, there's layered pricing now for just about everything.
Oh,
there is. It's like I'm looking for Red Sox tickets to take my son to a game in July. Look at the Monday game against the Baltimore Orioles. You can get seats down the first base line for like $130. If it's a Friday night against the Yankees or against anybody, who do you think that ticket's going to be?
Well, I went to see the Rockies play. They had Clayton Kershaw pitch in one game, and then they had who was one of their other guy, Greinke pitch in another game. The price difference in tickets was 75%. You could get like a $20 ticket, same price for Greinke. And this is 7 years ago, so Kershaw was in his prime, and then it would be like $100 to see Kershaw.
Do you think like with the there's some sort of fees, the convenience fees that are charged to the seller by Visa or MasterCard, and so they kind of pass that down to you with the cash or the card pricing. Robert in Fort Smith is here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. What's up, Robert? How are you?
Hey, guys. How are y'all? Real quick, Matt, you might have looked at the Boulder. I can't think of the nickname for it there in Colorado, but they got a right field where they get all you can eat stuff, and it's not a bad ticket price.
Ooh, nice.
I heard,
yeah, thank you.
But anyway, Bill, how many series, if we drop 3 more, you think we get an at-large bid still? I'm serious.
I know that. I know you're serious. It's such a difficult question to ask because if what's dropping a series? Is that being swept at Alabama, or is that winning one game in Alabama? That one win really means something.
Okay, one win per 3 series. 1 win per each series.
Yeah, again, it has so much to do with who it is that you're playing, and I have such trouble right now just trying to picture what the team is going to look like in terms of what they're good at in a month. So I know we want to look ahead, and because Baseball America and D1 Baseball here's what the tournament's going to look like in February, which is the stupidest thing in the world. Even in early April, I'm not quite sure how to answer that question. I think part of it is also, Robert, it's a legitimate question. We haven't been in this position for a long time. So look, if they don't start winning series against teams that matter, so it's like if you win 2 out of 3 against Missouri, is that going to help you all that much? You probably have to sweep that series. That's what I mean. It's like losing 3 in a row at Alabama is losing a series. Winning 1 out of 3, while it sucks to lose a series, that one win really matters. Here's what has to happen, Robert, and I feel like, so last night, the biggest thing, other than the win, is that Gabe Gackle pitched in relief. He worked 1 inning in relief. Now we know, and I think everybody knew this was going to come, that he's a reliever. And so now the whole idea of the formula in how to win a game is changing a little bit, and how to win a series is changing a little bit. And it's not a team that's built on a regular rotation of 3 starting pitchers that you know are going to throw every weekend. I think this is going to be a thing where they're going to ride probably 3 or 4 pitchers pretty heavily. Gackle could end up being one of them because he's not going out there just to pitch 1 inning. Unless it's a 1-run game, 9th inning Friday, gets the ball, finishes that, and then maybe pitches on Sunday. Because you know how you've used him in relief last year. He would get the ball in the 6th or the 7th inning and cruise to the very end. So maybe that's how you win the Friday game. The Saturday game, it's like, well, who's left? Cole Gibler goes out. Hopefully can give you 4 or 5 strong innings. And then you probably hand the ball to Ethan McIlvain and see if he's got enough to carry you to the 8th or 9th. And then you're kind of hoping that a Steele Eaves or Parker Coyle or Cooper Dossett can finish that 8th or 9th inning for you. And part of this is just scratching out enough runs too. And I don't know where that comes from just yet, because Dave has tried all different kinds of formulas of lineups and guys at certain positions and guys at certain spots in the batting order and sitting somebody down and then giving them another chance. And nothing really has quite worked yet. And it's not on the coaches, because right now what he said is they have to flip it. And when it comes to a coach saying they have to flip it, that's almost code of, I've kind of tried everything we can try with this. It's up to them to use their God-given talents and the reason that they've been brought here to begin with.
Yeah. All right, sir. Well, that makes sense to me then.
Thanks,
All
Robert.
right, well, y'all have thanks, guys.
Yeah, good to hear from you, man. 877-377-6963 is the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. He asked a different question, and I hate to answer it with like this whole thing about how they can start winning games. But it's like, I guess I could help by looking up the team RPI, because, man, that's going to help you know. If you're looking at your RPI and you're in the 40s, you're in the 30s, well, we probably have a little bit of work to do. Right now, the RPI is 56. That's a lot of work to do. And winning 1 game against Alabama, who Bubba said yesterday, I think he looked, their RPI, yeah, there it is. Their RPI is number 2. Winning 1 game in Alabama and just playing them 3 games, as long as you win 1 of them, is going to have a lot of impact on that RPI. So I don't think it's a matter of how many series you lose. It's really going to be a matter of, if you lose series, do you at least win a game? Who do those wins come against? They're going to need to sweep Missouri. I don't think you can go and lose a game to Missouri, truthfully, with what's coming on, after that, and what looks like a pretty tough month of May against a couple of teams that aren't sure who they are either in Ole Miss and Kentucky.
Is our best series win Mississippi State?
Yes.
And then what's our worst series loss? I mean, because so we lost the series,
and that wasn't a series loss. That was splitting 4.
Because the basketball team, they didn't have any bad losses. They're like, yeah, okay, yeah, that was. But the baseball team, we've had a couple bad losses. So yeah.
Stetson's RPI is 168. They won 2 games at Boehm Walker. They didn't lose the series. They split the series, but that's one that is an anchor weighing on that RPI, and there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it. 877-377-6963 is our Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Want to remind you about Joe's Grilling Cantina in Fort Smith. Every single day, Joe's Grill makes fresh, from-scratch salsa, queso dip, and guacamole with crispy, warm chips that starts your meal, plus fajitas, enchiladas, tacos, burritos, and much more. You'll always have an experience that you will remember. Great Tex-Mex and even better service at Joe's Grilling Cantina, 3400 South 74th across from Harps. They're online at joesfortsmith.com. We're live at Bath Makeover of the Ozarks in Harrison, and we're back to wrap up hour number 1 after this.
3-2. Stewart launches one to deep left field. McClure's back of the wall. It's gone.
This is halftime.
If you work the land, Wheeler Power Sports and Kawasaki want to work for you. The Kawasaki Agriculture Sales Program is delivering exclusive farmer incentives on Kawasaki off-road vehicles. Save $250 on a brute force. Save $500 on Kawasaki mules. And $750 on Kawasaki Ridges. This program runs through March 31st, and it can be combined with any other Kawasaki promotion. All you need is a registered farm ID, ag tag, exemption, or co-op membership. Wheeler Power Sports in historic downtown Fort Smith. Keeping the good times rolling since 1967.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. For a successful stint in the great outdoors, pack accordingly. Place heavy essentials near your spine for stability in rough terrain, with light items near the bottom. Now, you may be wondering, where does the Busch Light go? In your stomach. Head for the mountains. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2023, Anheuser-Busch, Busch Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Valley Family Dental at the entrance to Riley Farms provides every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family. General dentistry, braces, implants, same-day crowns, and cosmetics. Dr. Sparkman, Farmer, and now Dr. Blaine Van Nice work to give all of their patients a better life with a better smile. Valley Family Dental, 5901 Riley Park Drive, Suite A at the entrance to Riley Farms. Let them know you heard this on ESPN Radio and receive $300 off a snore guard. Valley Family Dental, 479-226-3500 for an appointment or visit valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
It's Kubota Orange Day sales event at Gray Brothers in Fort Smith and Poto. Whenever you're ready, we're ready with Kubota equipment in stock. Hay equipment to zero-turn mowers and Kubota tractors, from the small subcompact DX up to the large Kubota M7 cab tractor and everything in between. Why wait? When at Gray Brothers, it's in stock and on sale. That's Gray Brothers Equipment in Fort Smith and Poto, where if you pick orange, you'll never get a limit.
The best mornings
In the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started on the right foot.
I put my blue jeans on. I put my blue jeans on.
Good mornings make for better days.
Blue jeans on. I put my blue jeans on.
Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Save some green this spring at Rath Auto Resources. We've been hard at work getting ready for warmer weather, and we've put our best roster of road-ready certified pre-owned cars on the ground, priced to move and backed by a comprehensive warranty. With our non-commissioned sales team, painless pricing playbook, and the nation's best lenders, Rath's got the River Valley's deepest bench ready to take all the hassle out of getting your next ride. Don't settle for just any used car. Make the switch to Road Ready Certified and save some green this spring at Rath Auto Resources. Voted best pre-owned cars in the River Valley. 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith. RathAutoFortSmith.com.
Lewis Automotive celebrating 80 years. Since 1946, no pressure, no hassle, just tradition. The challenge is over, but the deals aren't. Come take advantage of the thank you event only at Lewis Automotive.
What's that new breed? Papa's got a brand new bag.
Find Halftime on 99.5 in Northwest Arkansas, 95.3 in Fort Smith and the River Valley, 96.3 in Hot Springs and Central Arkansas, 104.3 in Harrison and Mountain Home, and everywhere on hitthatline.com. Join the conversation. Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years.
Since 1946, no pressure, no hassle, just tradition. The challenge is over, but the deals aren't. Come take advantage of the thank you event only at Lewis Automotive.
Now back to the hosts. Here's Phil Elson and Matt Jones.
We're joined by Ron Jumper from Bath Makeover of the Ozarks. We're out here at Old Bellefonte Road in Harrison. Ron, how you doing, man? It's good to see you.
Hey, good to see you. Miss our old days calling some
Trojan basketball games.
That's right. We've got a little history doing radio together at UALR, back when they were called UALR.
Right, the good old Sun Belt Conference days.
They don't like to.
Yeah, we have to say Little Rock now.
It's not UALR
Not quite
anymore.
the same.
Yeah, not even Euler or anything like that. Just the Trojans. Hey, this is really cool stuff here, though. I'll say that at Bath Makeover of the Ozarks. For one thing, when you say Bath Makeover of the Ozarks, this is just a part of the area that you serve. Where
Right.
amongst our list, I think you actually serve pretty outside our listening audience too.
You can hear us. We'll come to you. So this is our Ozarks location in Harrison, Arkansas. We started in Little Rock. We still have our Little Rock warehouse and showroom in Little Rock, and actually now we're in Walmart in Little Rock. We just opened up our first showroom inside Walmart at the Bowman and Chenal there in Little Rock as well, and then we've got a location in El Dorado. So because of that, we cover the full state of Arkansas. So Mena to West Memphis, Mountain Home to El Dorado, anywhere in between, as well as Branson, Springfield, Joplin, Missouri, Pittsburgh, Kansas, Eastern Oklahoma, and by the end of the year, we'll actually be in Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Tennessee. So
wow.
So if you can hear us, we'll be happy to come out and give you a free design consultation on a new bathroom.
Now you got the sit-down shower over here. There's the walk-in tub over here. You got the glassed-in shower here. I mean, there's all kinds of.
Yeah. So just to kind of give a little bit, describe that a little bit for the listeners. So this first one, this is our safe and accessible shower. That's actually a roll-in shower base. Mm-hmm. So if you have a wheelchair, walker, something like that, and you need a little bit more room, it's a low threshold, only 1 inch off the floor, so it's easy to get in. And then it's got a safety seat, mounted handheld, and grab bars. So all the safety functions. If you get a little older, having trouble climbing over that bathtub, you need a nice new walk-in shower. And then this walk-in tub behind me, this is our extra large walk-in tub. It's actually called the Shack walk-in tub, SHAK.
Not Q.
And so it is huge. We actually did a NIL deal with the former Razorback Isaiah Nichols a few years ago, where he was 6'4", 350 pounds, and we had him stretch out in there to showcase how much room there was in there. And then right where we're doing the show from here, this is our Grazie collection. This is our nicest, highest-end Italian cultured marble. This is also a custom door, frameless shower door here to go with it. So they got the full spectrum. If you're just tired of that old bathtub and you just want a nice new walk-in shower, we can do that. If you need something safe and accessible, if you've been watching too much, if the wife's been watching too much HGTV and she wants to remodel something fancy, we've got our Grazie collection. Whatever you need, we've got something that makes sense for you. And we're running a good special right now. The first 50 homeowners get our spring into savings event, where they get half off labor, interest-free financing, $200 gas card, and just a $50 Walmart gift card just for having us out to give them an estimate.
You can come visit us out here where we are throughout the show at 52-1 Old Bellefonte Road in Harrison. You can also just look at bathmakeoverozarks.com. Probably the best thing to do is to look at the website or just show in here, because it's compact. They got everything that you need to look at and everything that you got on sale.
Yeah, absolutely. Come by, hang out with us, look around the showroom. We'll be happy to answer all your questions, make sure and give you some examples, samples, flyers, all that good stuff.
And we'll be back in a moment. As halftime, we'll be joined by Hall of Famer and Emmy Award winner Clay Henry. You can call or text at 877-377-6963. Stay with halftime. We'll be back right after this.
The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell.
Spring is in the air, and the fish are biting, the gobblers are strutting, and the trees are blooming. Jelco Outdoors, your locally owned one-stop shop, is ready to help you get outside and enjoy the great outdoors. Stop by and let our friendly staff help you get the gear you need. Jelco Outdoors, your store for hunt, fish, and work. That's what we do. Jelco Outdoors, 4600 South Zero in Fort Smith. Shop local. Shop Jelco Outdoors.
Looking for a fun way to get your kids outside and learning a new skill? The Bend Youth Golf Academy is teeing off March 24th, open to ages 3 through 16. This exciting program teaches the fundamentals of golf in a fun, encouraging environment for beginners and young players of all skill levels. Spots are limited, so don't wait to get your young golfers signed up. And while you're thinking about golf, Bend Golf Course is still offering 2026 annual memberships. Enjoy a year of great golf at one of the most played golf courses in the River Valley. Call 479-646-5301 or visit Bend Golf Course today to learn more and register.
It's about time delivery worked on your schedule. Same day, next day, or scheduled in advance. However you plan it, the Home Depot delivers the whole job. From drywall to doors, plumbing to paint, we'll get it there when you need it. Because on the job site, timing is everything. You order, we deliver. It's that easy. The Home Depot Pro. It's about time.
Save some green this spring at Rath Auto Resources. We've been hard at work getting ready for warmer weather, and we put our best roster of road-ready certified pre-owned cars on the ground, priced to move and backed by a comprehensive warranty. With our non-commissioned sales team, painless pricing playbook, and the nation's best lenders, Rath's got the River Valley's deepest bench ready to take all the hassle out of getting your next ride. Don't settle for just any used car. Make the switch to road-ready certified and save some green this spring at Rath Auto Resources. Voted best pre-owned cars in the River Valley. 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith. RathAutoFortSmith.com.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, lots of sunshine. Our high temperatures today right around the middle of 70s. We end up with a clear sky, low 50s. Tonight, Thursday, lots of sun, a high in the upper 70s, and then a chance of showers and thunderstorms for Friday. Our high on Friday, right around 80 degrees. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by COP CDL Academy. Want a life-changing career? Give them a call today at 479-632-1050 or check them out online at copcdlacademy.com.
KERX Paris Fort Smith. This is Halftime, coming at you from the Crabtree RV Studios on ESPN 95.3. Broadcasting on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
We got a good one tonight. You got a team in here that doesn't respect you.
Live from the Busch Light Studios.
Don't ask me if I'm all right. Joaquin said dominate, and we not doing it.
We're going to go get one and celebrate on somebody else's field.
Yeah.
Both said you had very motivational words at halftime.
It's halftime with Bill Olson and Matt Jones.
From the bottom of my toes to the top of my head. What's my hot dog? Let's go, man.
I have zero respect for saying no moss at halftime.
Name of one Razorback.
Is vintage Matt Jones.
The Cinderella story is over, man.
Let's go.
Call or text 877-377-6963. Now, here's Phil Olson and Matt Jones.
Welcome back to halftime. It is our second hour, 12:01, live at Bath Makeover of the Ozarks on Old Belfont Road in Harrison. Phil Elson along with Matt Jones. We got Christian Johnston in the studios. Matt, have you decided whether or not you'd like to take a bath during the show today? I've never done a show like in an actual body of water. That might be kind of cool to do.
Man, you know, in my profession, you have to take a lot of public showers. So the fact that you'd be showering alone is big time. But yeah, no, this is the spot, man. If you need. People don't understand. Maybe people do understand, but you know, your kitchen, your bedroom, your bathroom. There's just your den. You know, there's a couple areas that
you spend a lot of your life
matter. Well, taking a shower, taking care of yourself, and water is so key to your life. Whether you're getting in the pool or taking a shower, drinking water. You know, always be in the water as much as you can.
Do you like the idea of this walk-in shower over here, the glassed-in walk-in shower?
That's pretty, huh?
That's gorgeous, too.
That's pretty. And then you got the wand.
The one thing it's missing is somebody to model what it's like to shower in there. You could wear a bathing suit and everything. Be like, that would actually be, you want to talk about a public shower. That would be public. That would be very public. A little bit uncomfortable, I think, too.
a little bit uncomfortable. Yeah. No thanks.
It's why they call it the privy in some places, right? Isn't the bathroom the privy?
Well, they put a picture of George Washington up there above the commode because nothing to make a British officer go to the restroom faster than a picture of George Washington.
Some good American
That's a
history
joke for
there
people
for
born
you.
in the 1800s.
Really good American history comedy on halftime, which you never would ever thought you'd get before. Good afternoon to you, Clay Henry. How are you today?
I'm all right, guys. It's good to hear you all. I was just kind of listening along. You know, I have my radio. How many people really have radios on their desk?
Is it
What
an
do you
old
think?
transistor?
Yeah,
is
it is. It's battery
It's
powered.
literally an old transistor. Probably a few people out there that have it.
So we've got
Maybe
it
old-fashioned.
so that if I go out on the deck, I can take it with me, and it's got a one of these long. I'll take a picture of it. It's a nice one. I think it's actually called like a weather radio or something. I don't know.
It's got the little crank on it, right?
Yeah. No, I don't think it does that. I mean, it's battery powered, but it's for quote, when you lose power, you can listen to like the weather reports of like where the tornadoes are, and because you can't, your TV's gone if your power is out.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Your Wi-Fi's out. Yeah. Anyway, I'll send you a picture of it, and you can tell me what it is. You are our radio guy, Phil. You are.
I guess so. Does that
LA
make me
radio.
the technical guy here?
LA radio
Well,
guy.
but I
you
think
guys
you
are in
probably
trouble if
know
that's the
the. So I know a few people that I really trust that know the in and out of a radio station. Like what it takes. Like I know. Okay, you plug this in, and you go beep, and you turn the toggle, and everything happens. I don't know why. You and Chuck and Tommy and probably Ty are the people that I know that actually, maybe Bo. He was raised as a radio guy, and went to school for broadcast. He didn't go to college, and there, like Chuck, he's not a college guy. He's a radio guy. That's where he got his upbringing. Doing the news. Hey, guess what? Does the name Charlie Fiss mean anything to y'all? Charlie Fiss was the director of communications for the Cotton Bowl for 40 years. If you went to the Cotton Bowl, that's who set up. You applied for credentials and got your phone. He's a Springdale High guy, and he's in 4 Hall of Fames. One of them, he's in the Southwest Conference Hall of Fame, the Cotton Bowl Hall of Fame. Let's see, what's the other ones? The CASIDA Hall of Fame, which is the College Sports Information Directors Hall of Fame. I think Kevin Trainor might be in that one too. And then he's in the Springdale High Hall of Fame. I'm writing a feature on him. That's how I know all this stuff. But he started out in high school broadcasting Springdale junior high games, then Springdale high school games. And he's in the Springdale High School Hall of Fame. Charlie Fiss, F-I-S-S, U of A grad, Springdale. And he got his first real job as women's SID at Arkansas, and was hired by my brother Butch, who was the SID. He and Rick Schaefer hired him, Butch and Rick. How about that? You didn't think you were going to get that today?
I did not know.
But that's a radio background. That was my point of all that.
Rick Schaefer's a Springdale guy, huh?
No.
Oh,
Rick is.
I don't know why I thought he went to Springdale.
Rick is Tulsa
He worked there for years,
and then
yeah.
Oklahoma State.
Oh, okay.
He worked at the high school for a while.
Yeah. So
or
my
the
brother,
I think just the school system.
So
Yeah.
this is a bit of trivia on Rick Schaefer. So when my brother graduated from the U of A in I think '69, he was hired as the assistant sports information director at Oklahoma State. And Rick Schaefer was a student and worked in that office. So Butch knew him through there. And then Butch's next job is that he followed Bill Hancock. Does that name ring a bell? That
He was the executive director of the
yes. Actually,
I think it was the
before
college
that-
football playoff and
yeah,
the BCS.
Yeah, there was the BCS, then the college football playoffs, and then before that, he ran the NCAA basketball tournament for about 20 years. But he was he followed my brother as the Service Bureau Director for the Big 8 Conference, worked for Chuck Ninus in Kansas City. So then Butch, then Coach Broyles hired him as Sports Information Director at Arkansas, and then he hired Rick Schaefer. And then when he left, he ultimately was athletic director and started football at Florida International, and then was director of Crimson Tide sports marketing for Learfield at Alabama. Then retired. I'm sorry, I got off. I just kind of kept going. I just kept going, didn't I?
Well, you get into somebody's background, and then, I mean, you know
But this
the
was about
granular
radio.
details.
This was about radio.
Well, it got into the idea of like who you trust with the stuff, who you trust with the equipment because of their radio background. And I'm here to tell you, it's like if you guys think you really want to trust me with the stuff, the first set of radio equipment that I was ever handed by a California League baseball team, I'm not kidding you. Literally, I ran it over with my car, and somehow the stuff still works. So, like 30 years later, I at least know not to run the stuff over. Not with my vehicle, at least. I might step on it every once in a while. I did need to ask you about this, too, because this, I mean, is there about to be a bidding war between Arkansas and Miami?
I think that's over.
Is that over? Is this a done deal?
I think, well, when one side says 2 or 2.5 and the other side says 4, I think it's over.
Yeah. So there is, I mean, and Cal even said they're not getting involved in one. They're not getting
That's what I'm saying. So
yeah.
it's the idea that there is one is probably not true. It was not a bidding war. It was one guy says this, one guy says that. Yeah, it's kind of like, have you ever gone to one of those big trade malls in, say, Cancun, in Mexico? You walk through, maybe it's called a bazaar, and there's 400 vendors, and you can buy a belt buckle, or you can buy a scarf, or you can get a T-shirt, and you bid. You don't, they say this is $12.
Yeah, no,
really,
I know what you mean. I think
it's going to be 2. It's really going to be 2.
Bartering isn't the right word. It's just negotiations.
And there's negotiations going on, and you got your numbers, and it all has to add up. It's like, I got this much, and I need 11 players, or whatever the number Cal decides.
Where do y'all find how much these people are getting? Because Coach Cal said something about being transparent. How do we? What's Nwoke getting? What is that? Not a guy that is he getting $4 million too? Like there's.
Yeah, I think some of it is guesswork isn't the right idea because you're getting little bits of data from here and there, but you also have to wonder like what are you hearing? How much percentage is true from the information that you're getting? Because it's not like this is all just shared. Maybe there's sharing done from agent to
I would
agent.
be doing, if I had a kid, I'd be doing the Bobby Bonilla thing. I'd be deferring this. I'd say get $900,000 for the rest of your life, one-time payment every 30 years.
What an interesting concept.
Get $750,000, a one-time $750,000 payment on July 1st for the next 30 years.
So whenever they sign that deal, I guarantee you Bobby kissed his agent right on the lips.
Oh my goodness, that's an amazing deal.
Well, the Mets thought they were getting a big deal too. It turned out they were getting a 220 hitter. But I mean that was a unique kind of a situation. Then now it turns out you got a team in the Dodgers that's kind of putting a team together through that whole point. To think that maybe in college sports you could do the same thing.
Why can't you? There's no rules.
No, there aren't.
You can do whatever you want, and we see what these kids are asking for. Man, get $500,000 for the next 30 years of your life. It's a one time, but instead of trying to get $3 million, $4 million for 1 year, so you'd be like, yeah, that's just
I
that's
wonder about
ridiculous.
the only way you can do that
who's
is
going to say no to that? John Tyson.
Well, because part of this is you got to put that kind of a contract up against a certain amount of money, right? The reason the Dodgers can do that is because they have this crazy TV contract where they're making $330 million a year just on their local TV rights alone.
Just
Otherwise,
cable,
I don't think
right?
you can defer all those.
Is that cable
all
or is that over there?
That's Sportsnet LA. I think it's cable.
It's cable, yeah. And then like the Yankees and the Mets, they've got similar deals in New York City where there's 10 million people on cable.
Well, I mean, you're talking about a lesser amount of money when it would come to a college athlete, I would think.
$250,000 a year, like whatever.
Not $50 million a year, which is what Ohtani has done.
Yeah, if you could, I think Bobby Bonilla gets 1.9, something like that. But I mean, even anything over six figures, you're thinking about longevity. You're thinking about taking care of your family. And is it super cool to get $2.5 million at one time? Absolutely. But to get $500,000 a year for the next 30 years, that's a little bit cooler than getting a one-time 2.5.
Here's Charlie. He's called us earlier today because he knew that we
Lord.
would start calling his
Thank
parents
the
if he
Lord.
didn't call us right now. Good afternoon, Charlie. We're glad you're alive again.
Well, listen, Matt asked a question about where do you look for this stuff. I've tried to look for it too. Clay, I think a lot of it is fugazi. Like Cal always says,
Yes.
what's real? I mean, I have. I don't think anyone.
There's
Who's
a
gonna
very
tell
good
you how
point
much
there,
they
Charlie.
make? I'm not telling you how much I make.
No, that's a very good point, Charlie, because sometimes people point to on-3 valuations, and that's that's educated guesswork by on-3.
Somebody making a guess.
That's
yeah.
that's a valuation of what they think that person's value is.
Or
It
what
doesn't mean
somebody
that's what they're getting.
Told them or whatever. That's the thing, is like these people can just say whatever, and that's where Cal does make a good point. Why are we not? Why is that not? You know what I mean? Out there, like, look, at the end of the day, I mean, I know it's not professional sports, but guys, I mean, there's got to be something. I mean, I don't know. It's just getting a little old, but, Cal has said it.
With Somto Cyril getting, going where he's going to get more money and being able to
I don't either.
use these 2 weeks as that sort of leverage.
I don't either.
There isn't any leverage
And
now.
is he a guy that's going to play in the NBA? So that's the other thing, because if you're not a guy, then you got to kind of take your money while you can get it, huh?
That's what I think Cal, when he's bringing these kids in my opinion, he's probably sitting there saying, okay, we're going to offer you this. You're going to be coached well. Not only that, we're going to try to help you get to the next level. It's not just about you making so-and-so. This is what we're offering you. Because he always says, like, he wants to, it's kind of tries to stay around 8, and all 8 kind of make around the same, I guess is the way he's put it. So, I don't think Cal's bidding is going to get in a bid war at all, and he has said that. I mean,
he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to.
He does.
As good as Cyril may be, can you find another big man that can give you some sort of that production for the money that you want to offer?
There's about 20 of them out there.
That ain't begging for all that stuff. I think you guys are right, and I get it. These kids have these agents and these adults in their ears, and that's what worries me. Cal even pointed it out, I think, on ESPN, the mental health of these kids whenever this is all over, and then they have to get in the real world and go get a real job. I'm sorry, you're going to offer me $60,000. What's that? Is there a car? Do I get my third wife or what? I mean, what are we doing here? I mean, I worry about that. Like, I know I ain't nothing I can do about it, but it's crazy, man. And look, I wish all these kids well. It's a great time to be an athlete, Matt. Since there are no rules, why don't you just go ahead and call them up and say, "Can I get an extra year?" I mean, what's up, man?
We've already been through that thought quite a few times in the last 3 years. Charlie.
Anyway, before I go, guys, I wanted to say, look, as far as this baseball team, we got you think these next 2 weeks are big, Phil, right? As to where you think this team?
Because it's Alabama and then it's Georgia, and you get Missouri after that. So they don't get swept this weekend. There's a really good Alabama team. They got to win at least a game, and then next week at home against Georgia. That's the kind of series that, and look, Georgia just swept 3 from Mississippi State in Starkville. That's the same Mississippi State team that's Arkansas's best series win of the year. So hopefully that's a weekend where, hopefully whatever happens this next week, these 3 games at Alabama, will get you to where you think that Arkansas can win that series at home against Georgia. I think they can. But I want to see something this weekend against Alabama that sort of cements that thought. So
and look, they need to play well. They need to play well at the end of the day. That's the thing. Even if you lose, you can play well. Play well in these 3 games. Find a way to win one. And, build some confidence going into that Georgia series. Anyways, y'all have a good one.
Thank you, Charlie. I think what I would like to see is that we know what it is that they're good at again. Because you're still not sure what it is. And then really it hasn't been a specific thing. Hopefully something in these next 3 games kind of feels like there's more of an identity of what the team is. 877-377-6963 is the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Crabtree RV Center in Alma, been doing it for over 75 years and counting, doing it for every buyer and their family, making sure that you'll have the best RV purchasing experience. They'll help you choose the right RV. There's personalized financing at Crabtree and a top-of-the-line parts and service department where you make your purchase. Crabtree RV Center is located at the junction of I-40 and I-49 in Alma. You can look at crabtreerv.com. Back in a moment with Dudley Dawson on Halftime.
Lewis Automotive celebrating 80 years. Since 1946, no pressure, no hassle, just tradition. The challenge is over, but the deals aren't. Come take advantage of the thank you event only at Lewis Automotive.
When it first left the bat, I wasn't sure, and then when it started going up, I said, that's going to go.
The pitch to Helprick is swung on, hit high in the air to left field. Long run, Bargo back at the wall. He doesn't know where it is. It doesn't matter. It's out of here. A grand slam. Got it. This one belongs to the Razorbacks. They take 2 out of 3 from the Tennessee Volunteers.
Listen to every Razorback baseball game on ESPN 95.3 and hitthatline.com.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Has your spouse suddenly entered the transfer portal, going from a franchise player to a prima donna ready to take the money and run? Don't let her get away with a huge buyout. Be proactive. Call Mock Legal Solutions today to ask about custody, alimony, and child support. 479-769-1505. Because even in divorce, the best offense is a good defense. Mock Legal Solutions, real advice, reasonable price.
I think we should start seeing other people.
Come see Cody and the gang on Advanced Mechanical Performance. You can find him at 3201 Wheeler Avenue in Fort Smith. Need repair or service for your ATV or UTV? Advanced Mechanical Performance can do it all, as well as taking care of all of your power sports parts accessory needs. Give him a call today at 434-4161. That's 434-4161. Or stop by 3201 Wheeler Avenue. Advanced Mechanical Performance. It's what you should be striving for.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
Smalls here, look, I get it. GLP-1 weight loss shots are popular. They're everywhere. But not everyone is thrilled about weekly injections. So what if your GLP-1 was as easy to take as a mint? That's why I want you to know about compounded terzepatide. It's a mint-flavored tablet you simply let dissolve under your tongue. No needles. It's designed to help curb appetite and reduce cravings, even sweets and carbs, which are my personal enemies. And when hunger's under control, it's easier to eat less. Stay away from the junk foods that trip you up and tackle your weight loss goals head on. And this is important. The compounded terzepatide is recommended by the medical board of the wellness companies, the doctors I trust. Look, if you're serious about getting your weight under control and weekly shots aren't your thing, I strongly encourage you to look into terzepatide. Getting started is fast with an easy online physician consultation. Imagine discovering a no-needle option that fits your needs. Go to noneedles.com/smalls, promo code SMALLS to save $50. That's noneedles.com/smalls, promo code SMALLS to save $50.
Prescription required. Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
Doe's Eat Place has been serving award-winning steaks for over 20 years, and now they're offering smoked prime rib on the weekends. It's a limited supply, so get your reservations in early. Try one of their delicious appetizers or your choice of drinks from the area's largest selection of wine, beer, and liquor. Doe's Eat Place open Tuesday through Thursday 5 to 9 and Friday and Saturday 5 till 10. Reservations are recommended. Follow them on Facebook for more upcoming features and events. Call 479-784-9111 for Doe's Eat Place, 422 North 3rd Street in Fort Smith.
turn on the radio, talks about revolution, when it's already 5 Pop and feeling tonight, just to think about you, it feels good to be alive.
Find Halftime on 99.5 in Northwest Arkansas, 95.3 in Fort Smith and the River Valley, 96.3 in Hot Springs and Central Arkansas, 104.3 in Harrison and Mountain Home, and everywhere on hitthatline.com. Join the conversation. Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years. Lewis Automotive, serving drivers since 1946 and built on a tradition of trust. Enjoy the music you hear on Halftime. Of course you do. Our Halftime playlist is brought to you by Bath Makeover of Arkansas. Get the shower you've always dreamed of. Grab bars, chrome fixtures, comfortable seating, and more. It's time to lock this deal in now with Bath Makeover of Arkansas. Add to that expert installation in as little as a day. Now back to the hosts. Here's Phil Elson and Matt Jones.
We're live at Bath Makeover of the Ozarks in Harrison. They're right now at a very special Spring into Savings event, looking for 50 homes. Get 50% off installation of a new bathtub or shower, 0% interest financing options, plus a $200 gas card with purchase, also a free $50 Walmart gift card with a free in-home estimate. 1-800-NEW-BATH to learn more. That's 1-800-NEW-BATH. You can also look at bathmakeoverozarks.com. We're headed to our Lewis Automotive Hotline, and Dudley Dawson is joining us here on day 2 of the transfer portal being open. Dudley, we knew about Carter Knox. We know about DJ Wagner. I think we're in there a couple of players that didn't play very much, if at all, that also announced into the portal, and we're still waiting on some other announcements from other current Razorbacks too.
Yeah, I suspect that obviously Malik Thomas and Billy Richmond are going to enter their names in the draft and get the information. Whether they stay in it is left to be seen. But certainly I think that's something a lot of kids do these days. But, boy, it's tough when you're trying to run a budget and, cover the salary cap and whatever they have, in college athletics right now. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. And it should get going pretty swiftly in terms of filling out a roster or knowing what you're going to do.
What do you know a dollar figure that the basketball team is working with in terms of salaries for a team for this next year?
Don't like trafficking in rumors. I've heard upwards of $10 million, but I haven't been able to verify that for sure. Haven't talked to one of the guys who handles it, I should say. But I think what I do understand is if they can get good enough players, they'll have enough money. If they can't, they're not going to throw good money after bad. So,
well, what's the situation with Cyril? Because it's all a done deal, is what it seems. Got the no contact tag on him, which basically means you know where he's going to go, and just flat out, Hogs got outbid for him, right?
Sounds like it. And that's one of the things that. I think he's a really good defensive player. I'm hesitant a little bit on his offense, and obviously that's a thing. Malik even came along at the end of the season. But Arkansas's got to have a thread inside to help all these guys that are going to be on the perimeter, all the 5 stars and all that kind of stuff. I understand that you want to get a defensive presence as well, but in this day and age, you've got to set your limit on what you're using, and I'm not sure that he was the guy that they wanted to throw the biggest money at.
Dudley, I'm a DJ Wagner fan. I wish him well, no question about it. I think if Carter Knox is in, spiritually, mentally, physically, if he's right, he's one of the best small forwards in the game. Where do you see those kids ending up? If Carter's healthy, I think he could play for anybody. But where do you see those two kids ending up?
Well, it seems like there's a lot of smoke and noise about Wagner going to Memphis, which would make a lot of sense. You get the opportunity to run things over there, I think, and obviously that's has some family ties there as well as to Arkansas. So we'll see about that. Now, Carter Knox, I hadn't heard much about, but as you said, as long as he's healthy and and I know that's been an issue. I think that there are a lot of teams who would love to bring him into the fold, get him healthy, and let him show what he did toward the end of not last season, but the previous season.
Dudley, players that enter their name in the draft, you got to treat them like they're gone, even though you know they might not be. And it makes a lot of sense for Malik and Billy to do that, to put their name in the draft and see what happens, because it's already been demonstrated just based on what happened this last year. You don't like where you were drafted, don't sign the contract, go back to college. They'll welcome you back. You can't, but you got to act like they're gone once they put the name in.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not like Coach Cal hadn't done this before, so I know he's got a plan. Sometimes plans don't work out as you think, but I'm sure that he has plan A, plan B, and plan C. It's just tough in this short calendar window that they have, that you have to get your teams in order. But at the same time, you have guys that are good enough that in getting information that I think we talk about Malik. Is he going to be at the tail end of the first round this year, or would he be in the second round, or would he come back and be up top? And I think that's what would probably be the case. But I'm not sure you want to wait and not go ahead and start earning your money. And these things, it's that second contract. That's when you get the big money. You can get it a year earlier if you go on now.
Dudley, this is Clay.
Hey, bud.
How much would you give a Billy Richmond to come back?
The way he played at the end of last year, I think you have to find $2 million at least, and I think because other people will find $2 million for him if he doesn't go pro, and I think $2 million is probably a pretty good offer, strong offer that would give him the opportunity to come back and want to come back if he's not going to go where he's not. And I've not seen his name mentioned in any of the mock drafts in the first round. Some in the second round.
How about Malik Thomas?
Man, he's good. He's good. $3 million. So
well,
what
he's going to be better. He's going to get stronger and get better. You're going to see the same kind of jump like you saw with Billy, right?
Yeah, and I know all these perimeter guys coming in are really good, but Malik's proven. The others are.
Well, he's got a year.
Lots of potential. Yes. Yeah.
And Billy's got 2. Well,
hey, what about what's your thoughts on the new Tar Heel head coach Mike Malone? I like him even when he was the head coach of the Sacramento Queens, so to speak, years ago. Wins an NBA championship with the Denver Nuggets. I like Mike Malone. What's your thoughts on him at North Carolina?
My knowledge into him comes from Scott Hastings, who obviously is a good friend, who's still the color analyst for the Nuggets and was around him for a long time. He's really high on him. He thinks this is he thinks he's a great coach and a great dude. Now, $8 million, I mean, that was out there, but I guess some people were turning it down, and also there are these buyouts now that they jumped and got this done after getting turned down a little bit. But Hastings loves him, so that's what I got to go on basically and watching. You don't just win an NBA title because you have Joker. You have to have some coaching in that realm as well.
While Cal is looking around in the portal, it looks like Chuck Martin is joining Malone's staff at North Carolina. At least that's what quote unquote sources are reporting. How does that affect Arkansas?
Well, he's part of the recruiting. You have to give him credit for making early contact on some of these guys. I know that Cal closes on most of them, and obviously the other 2 guys have been with him a long time. But he is the least salaried assistant coach, and if you're going to be brought in and at a higher figure, that's you got to do what's best for you, do what's best for your family, and I've heard that North Carolina is described as a blue blood, even though it hasn't been the last 2 years. So I think it's a pretty good place if that's what he ends up deciding to do, and I would suspect that he will.
Dudley, with the talk of all bidding, getting outbid for basketball, and I've had a lot of people ask the question too in terms of the baseball team, and I don't know how they offer, what they bid, and who's bidding what. With the baseball team, but some people are thinking, and I think they may be right in some cases, specifically in terms of pitching, maybe that Arkansas may have been outbid for some baseball players, and that potentially That could be why, you're in a position where they're in at the moment. And that could be the case. I wonder what you think.
Well, let's look at the starting staff, and I like all those guys. They've all had their moments, but you've got a guy who's bounced back between starting and the bullpen. You've got a guy who only had pitched 2 innings total over his 2 years here, and then you have a guy in Colin Fisher that has a great record, but has had injury problems as well. Now, you did bring in some guys, but you didn't bring in guys that were top-notch starters at their other place. So, I mean, I think, you had to have gotten outbid. And now there were a couple of players, names slip me right now, that, took other offers and went other places. So, I think that they were limited in what they did in terms of the funds. I know they have, a good amount for a program such as their size. But that clearly looks to be like what happened. And now here we go with the TBA thing again.
Yeah, well, we kind of expect that'll be the case. We'll leave it there, Dudley, and we'll recap it again next week once we have a little bit more info on what the rotation is going to look like specifically. Thanks, man.
You bet.
All right, Dudley Dawson joining us each Wednesday now here on Halftime. 877-377-6963 to get with us on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Drove right past North Arkansas Regional Medical Center on my way to Bath Makeover on the Ozarks earlier today. 40,000 square foot facility. The Med Plaza open to better serve the community with outpatient imaging and laboratory services, plus 5 NARMC clinics in addition to Cox Health Harrison Clinic, a total of 6 clinics. Also a level 3 trauma center at North Arkansas Regional Medical Center. Learn more at narmc.com. Back in a moment. Stay with us here on Halftime.
Is this a yoke? No, this is not a yoke.
This is Halftime.
Hey, Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
A dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacale.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse.
Some serious crappie.
Nice speck.
We got crappie.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sacale, paper mouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Are there still places Taco Bell's crispy chicken nuggets haven't been? Sure. But the inside of a Crunchwrap slider is no longer one of them. The new crispy chicken Crunchwrap slider. All white meat chicken nuggets where only we could put them. Inside a slider-sized Crunchwrap. And the dipping sauce, it's along for the ride. On the inside. Choose from creamy chipotle or jalapeno honey mustard. The new crispy chicken Crunchwrap slider. A brand new classic. Only at Taco Bell.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge, and when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
If your Razorback closet needs an upgrade, the University of Arkansas Game Day Collection is what you are looking for. Only at Roback.com. They have brand new Arkansas hoodies and polos that are selling fast. Go to Roback.com to check out their new apparel. That's Roback.com. RHOBACK.com. Use the code RUSH26 for 20% off your first order. Roback, where action meets comfort.
David Bowie got more fame with his #1 hit titled Fame. John Lennon co-wrote and sounded some of the high notes. The last line in the first verse sums it up. Fame puts you there where things are hollow. John 12:43 tells us that many people rejected Jesus because they loved the fame of people more than the praise of God. Is it any wonder you get more fame by rejecting the name of Jesus? I'm Pastor E from Woodland. Think about it.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or any individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check on your eligibility for the homestead tax credit. Contact us today to see if you qualify. The homestead tax credit could save you up to $600 off your tax bill.
So I had pain in my feet for a good 20 years.
It felt like I was standing on marbles.
Something wasn't working with my feet. Was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis.
If your feet aren't comfortable, the rest of the body suffers.
So I went into the Good Feet store and bam. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support.
You put in the arch supports. To me, it was almost miraculous.
It really brought me back to being able to be me.
I can run, I can walk. This is not something that you could solve online.
Reclaim the good life with the free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. Good feet, good life.
Ball game. ESPN 95.3.
Here, right now, right 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 now.
Welcome back to Halftime with Phil Elson and Matt Jones. Got a question or comment for the guys? Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline.
Lewis Automotive celebrating 80 years. Since 1946. No pressure, no hassle, just tradition. The challenge is over, but the deals aren't. Come take advantage of the thank you event only at Lewis Automotive.
Now let's get back to halftime with the voice of Arkansas Razorback baseball, Phil Elson, and Arkansas football legend Matt Jones.
Live at Bath Makeover of the Ozarks in Harrison. I was at baseball yesterday, and just before I spoke with Dave Van Horn, I always love when I get a chance to see Norm DeBrine, not just at the ballpark, but specifically talking with Bubba Carpenter, because the two of them are just peanut butter and jelly together. When you talk about the history of Razorback athletics, I'd say a few names rise above the rest, and Norm DeBrine would certainly rise above the rest. Took the job at Arkansas as the head baseball coach in 1970 at age 28. Didn't even have their own ballpark, hardly any attention, not even local attention, and over 33 years didn't just improve the program, he transformed it in his own image and likeness pretty much. By the time he retired in 2002, Arkansas baseball wasn't just competitive, it was nationally respected. Norm won 1,161 games at Arkansas and 64% of his games. That's at the time of his retirement, one of the winningest coaches in Division I history, and of course, 15 NCAA tournaments, 4 College World Series, and 1 national runner-up. 3 conference championships spanning the Southwest and SEC. Of course, he took Arkansas to its first ever NCAA postseason appearances. 6 times was Southwest Conference Coach of the Year, SEC Coach of the Year in '99, and was just inducted into the College Baseball Hall of Fame. He's in the American Baseball Coaches Association Hall of Fame, the Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame, and of course, when you look at his legacy, Baum Walker Stadium is part of the legacy. The current state of the program under Dave Van Horn, also part of Norm's legacy. He built something that absolutely lasts, and that is this day and this week in Razorback history. It is brought to you by our friends at The Good Feet Store. It's something I've been talking to you about for a couple years now. The Good Feet Store features Good Feet arch supports. And these Good Feet arch supports are much better than the insoles you might find at drugstores or grocery stores. You can put them in all of your shoes. They are molded specifically to your feet. 2 locations for Good Feet stores in Fayetteville across from Walmart on Mall Avenue, and then in Rogers right next to Hideaway Pizza across from Topgolf. You don't have to make any appointments. You just walk in, and they'll put you through a little walk-around test, talk to you about the pain that you might be dealing with, and then you get fitted for Good Feet arch supports. Wear them all throughout the day, any of your shoes, and they helped solve my plantar fasciitis and knee pain, and they might be able to help you too. There's more information at goodfeet.com. All right, guys, I think we're supposed to pick some golfers for the Masters, right? What's our parameters here, Matt?
So we're going to go in order of age, and we're going to snake it. So Clay will get the first pick and the last pick. It'll go Clay, Phil, then Chris, then myself, then Christian to get 2 picks, and then we'll come back myself, you to Clay. And the rules, it's very simple. You pick 2 golfers. If everybody had a golfer that doesn't make the cut, then you're okay. But if you don't have if both your golfers don't make the cut, essentially you can't win. And then it's aggregate, whatever lowest score is.
And so you're the scorekeeper?
I got it right here. No question about it. Clay, you're up first.
Okay, I'm not stupid. I say Scotty Scheffler.
That's a good pick.
So I'm the second oldest, right?
Yep. Phil's
which makes
next.
me the second smartest.
That's right.
That means if I'm the second smartest, I've got to go with. One of our listeners told me to pick Patrick Reed.
That's a good one.
Says he finished 3rd last year. He's playing his best golf, and as long as he doesn't cheat, he might be the winner, right, Matt?
Yeah, he's been known to what do they call it? Pencil whip a scorecard before.
Is that what it's called?
He can change his line of sand trap. He can fluff it. He can drop it illegally. He can do a lot of stuff. Now you know that he played at Augusta College.
Huh.
So
this is his backyard, theoretically.
He got kicked out at Georgia by his teammates, and then he played at Augusta College.
All right, unit. You get 2 picks, back-to-back picks for the unit.
Scotty Scheffler and
he's already Scotty,
picked.
Can't take Scotty.
You can't pick. Okay, I'll take John Rahm, and then
I'm sorry. I picked John Rahm.
You didn't say.
I know. I'm
you did
sorry.
write it down.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
He's not lying. He's not cheating.
He's
not pencil whipping the page.
He's going crazy.
I was up
right
next, and my fault.
What about
now
Rory?
you get 2 picks. Nope. Yep. Rory.
And then Xander Schauffele.
Ooh, that's the good one right there.
Now
I'm going to take Ashke Bahita.
Who's that?
That's right.
Ashke Bahita?
He's on a heater right now.
I don't think that's how you say it, but I know who you're talking about.
Yep. He's built like Kevin Durant. He's just not as tall, but he only weighs about 42 pounds.
Now it's Phil, right?
Now it's Phil.
I weigh more than 42 pounds. Oh, you mean it's my turn to pick?
Yes, sir.
Colin Morikawa.
There you go.
How's that?
He's coming off a back injury.
Yeah, he's not on the list,
okay.
but okay.
Yeah.
So he's not on the list. Can I take another pick?
Yeah. No, you can take him. He's going to play.
He
fits the profile for what does well at Augusta.
Colin Morikawa.
There you go.
He's going to be legendary coming off the back injury.
Ludwig Eber.
Oh, he took my guy. I like it.
Well, you didn't take him.
I know. I couldn't. I took Ashke.
So he's the guy. He's the high risk guy. All the betting places are scared because they said the odds when they came out, he's the best buy out there.
He's been playing good. Yep, his last 4 or 5 tournaments, and he had the 72, not the 72 hole, but the 54 hole lead at Sawgrass.
When he spit the bit at Augusta last year,
I like it. That's fun. All right.
So, what you want at Augusta, and I think I'm going to write a column. I was going to take a week off. I'm kind of recovering from my trip, but I think I'm going to write my Augusta national memories, so I'm not going to get into all that here. But what you want, I mean, driving length is good. The par fives you want to score, but it used to be the best putters won at Augusta, and nobody putts bad and wins the Masters. So you can't have 3 putts. But what you really want is distance control and height of irons. You need to be able to hit those little spots, and it needs to not come down with a lot of spin, because it'll just spin right off the green and go 50 yards down a hill. And everybody that we've talked about, they can do that. Those were good picks.
Good luck, guys. That was
All right.
fun. That was fun. Yeah.
I hope I don't have to buy any more tacos, man, because sooner or later I'm going to run out of tortillas.
No, the winner buys. The winner buys.
No, the loser buys. That's what happens
the winner
here.
Buys. That's more fun.
Well, that's how Clay does it in the Henry family March Madness bracket.
It's more fun.
Hey, just to get a chance to sit around with you guys and break tacos together, it'd be worth it for me.
Oh yeah.
I'll believe that when I do.
Don't lie.
Is it crunchy or soft? Which is it? What do we like?
Yeah,
crunchy
I know
tacos or soft tacos?
We eat them. We eat them all. We get a break because we're live at Bath Makeover of the Ozarks. We're back to wrap up hour number 2 in a moment.
I'm doing this with freshmen. That's what I'm doing.
This is halftime.
Start the year strong with New Holland 300 Series compact track loaders from WT Equipment. Enjoy outstanding comfort, class-leading visibility, and best-in-class boom geometry for exceptional lift and reach. With fuel-efficient models from 60 to 90 horsepower and a wide range of attachments, the 300 Series CTLs are ready for whatever the job and the year throws at you. See the New Holland 300 Series compact track loaders today at WT Equipment in Springdale. WT Equipment. Equip your future, elevate your potential.
Hey, Ty Richardson for A Cut Above Lawn and Landscaping. They service commercial and residential lawns for weed management and fertilization for a lush, healthy lawn. Need bush hogging? They do that too. A Cut Above also offers tree and limb removal. Don't forget hauling and dumpster rental as well. More than just a mowing service, they're A Cut Above. Call or text today at 479-719-5605. Lawn, landscaping, power washing, stump grinding, leaf removal, mulching, flea tick, and mosquito control. 719-5605.
Whether you're fishing for coldwater bass on Beaver Lake or Table Rock, or fishing for a trophy brown trout on the Mighty White River, the Smithwick Original Suspending Rattling Rogue will catch them. It has that famous rolling action whether it's fished extremely slow or worked fast in heavy current. This rogue suspends, so it will stay in the strike zone longer, allowing you to catch more fish. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place. The Smithwick Original Suspending Rattling Rogue.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
See Agent Chris Dooley in Fort Smith.
Arkansas Fuel Injection in Fort Smith has been providing quality work for all new and rebuilt diesel pumps and injectors for over 25 years. They are a certified diesel shop with a team of quality technicians that ensure the highest quality workmanship and warranties all their work. They are open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and has emergency service available 24 hours a day. For all your diesel pump, fuel injection, and parts needs, stop by Arkansas Fuel Injection, 6300 South 29th Street, Fort Smith. Call them today at 1-800-817-7709. Arkansas Fuel Injection.
Here's NASCAR Hall of Famer Mark Martin.
As a race car driver for 40 years, I survived a lot of crashes. Not everyone can run into a wall at 200 miles an hour and walk away. Without a seatbelt, I wouldn't be alive today. Now I'm retired, back home in Arkansas driving my pickup. I'm shocked how many people aren't wearing seatbelts. Why risk your life when it only takes 2 seconds to buckle up? Take it from number 6. Buckle up, Arkansas.
A message from the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at AAABM.com or call us at 471-1771.
Save some green this spring at Rath Auto Resources. We've been hard at work getting ready for warmer weather, and we've put our best roster of road-ready certified pre-owned cars on the ground, priced to move and backed by a comprehensive warranty. With our non-commissioned sales team, painless pricing playbook, and the nation's best lenders, Rath's got the River Valley's deepest bench ready to take all the hassle out of getting your next ride. Don't settle for just any used car. Make the switch to Road Ready Certified and save some green this spring at Rath Auto Resources. Voted best pre-owned cars in the River Valley. 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith. RathAutoFortSmith.com.
Lewis Automotive celebrating 80 years. Since 1946, no pressure, no hassle, just tradition. The challenge is over, but the deals aren't. Come take advantage of the thank you event only at Lewis Automotive.
Welcome back into halftime, live from the Crabtree RV Center studios. Crabtree RV Center, where RVing is life.
It turns into electrical and all kinds of stuff.
Live on halftime at Bath Makeover of the Ozarks. Ron Jumper joining us here. Ron, I know we're looking for 50 homes, right? Spring into savings.
It's our Spring into Savings event. It's the biggest promotion we ran so far this year. We're the first 50 homeowners. You can call 1-800-NEW-BATH. That's 1-800-NEW-BATH. Or you can walk right into our showroom right now here at 521 Old Belafonte Road here in Harrison. And check it out. You get half off labor on a new bathtub or shower, interest-free financing, senior military discounts, a $200 gas card with purchase, or just a $50 Walmart gift card with your free hit home estimate if you're just thinking about having some work done. And that estimate comes with a price lock guarantee, good for 1 year. So, since the pandemic, we've had a lot of inflation in the skilled trades and material costs, labor going up. So if you're just even thinking about it, call 1-800-NEW-BATH, schedule that design consultation, and we'll lock in your price for 1 year with the price lock guarantee.
How long does it take for installation for like the walk-in bathtub?
Sure. So that's the main reason why it's great to hire somebody like us to do one of those walk-in bathtubs, because sometimes, somebody will try to go online and find where you can buy just the walk-in tub by itself on a retail website. But you're going to need an electrician. You're going to need a plumber. You're going to need a carpenter. You're probably going to have to widen the doorway just to get the tub into your bathroom. So are you going to coordinate and hire 5 or 6 different people to manage that? And then how are you going to warranty that? If something goes out on that, who are you calling?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Makes sense.
Whereas we can come in 1 or 2 days and it's done. And we take care of everything. And if you have a problem, you only have to yell at me. Right? And then it's back to the 5-year workmanship warranty and a lifetime warranty, and we're going to come take care of it.
Is that the same with the
all of it?
shower
Anything
here?
we do is back to the 5-year workmanship warranty and a lifetime product warranty. So, and the other thing that's another key about when sometimes people don't fully understand what we mean when we say we're local. There's 3 locations here in Arkansas, so if you actually need to use your warranty, right, it's not just pretty words. You can call us. We're here. We have 3 locations in Arkansas, and we'll have someone come out and service you if you do have a warranty issue.
This isn't a national franchise.
Right. So I think that's what people sometimes don't understand is a lot of our competitors, they only have a 1099 rep that covers the state of Arkansas. They don't even have a brick and mortar in the state. If you need
You have 3.
We have 3. And so if you actually need to make a warranty call, you're calling into a phone room in New Jersey. Good luck getting them to send somebody from Nashville to service it.
Yeah, you call a Bath Makeover of Arkansas, you're calling somebody who knows what it's like to call the hogs.
Right. We're a sponsor. Right. We're as local as Arkansas gets. We are in Walmart and we sponsor the Razorbacks. I mean, so we're as Arkansas can be.
That's about right. That's right. And everything looks absolutely perfect inside the showroom. You can just show up there at Old Bellefonte Road in Harrison, and serving basically about how many miles out for a radius here?
Oh my goodness! Anywhere that we have a location, we'll go about 3.5 hours. So all the way up to Pittsburgh, Kansas, all the way over to Corning, all the way down to El Dorado, Texarkana. Anywhere that you're listening, we're happy to come out and see it.
Bath Makeover. Ozarks.com is the best thing to get a look online, or just show up here. We're here for another hour. You can show up anytime, really, at the Bath Makeover of the Ozarks showroom on Old Bellefonte Road in Harrison. Ron, we'll talk to you in the next hour, all right?
Sounds like a plan.
And Hall of Famer and Emmy Award winner Clay Henry rejoins us. We are wide open in hour number 3. 877-377-6963 is the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Halftime's back after the break.
Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, not when you work with Tara Limbird and the Limbird Real Estate Group. With over $1 billion in real estate sold, Tara's team knows how to make the process simple, successful, and even enjoyable. They can provide you with a cash offer in 72 hours, or you can use Tara's high-octane marketing and sell your home for thousands over asking. When it's time to buy or sell, trust the team that delivers results. Go to LimbirdTeam.com. LIMBIRD.
Spring is in the air, and the fish are biting, the gobblers are strutting, and the trees are blooming. Jelco Outdoors, your locally owned one-stop shop, is ready to help you get outside and enjoy the great outdoors. Stop by and let our friendly staff help you get the gear you need. Jelco Outdoors, your store for hunt, fish, and work. That's what we do. Jelco Outdoors, 4600 South Zero in Fort Smith. Shop local. Shop Jelco Outdoors.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program may only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it could end your debt nightmare and save you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. For free information and to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, simply go online and visit DRA.com or call 800-433-8909. 800-433-8909. Again, that's 800-433-8909.
Taco Bell's new Lutz Value menu has so much Lutz, it's starting to go to people's heads. I'm the Lutzierge.
Which is the mini taco salad fork?
Here to help them cope. So when you try the mini taco salad, beef potato loaded griller, or chips and nacho supreme dip, enjoy the Lutz. Just don't let it go to your head.
Bring the car around.
You know there's no valet.
Then who's getting the car?
Taco Bell's new Lutz Value menu. 10 extravagant indulgences, all $3 or less.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, lots of sunshine. Our high temperatures today right around the middle of 70s. We end up with a clear sky, low 50s tonight. Thursday, lots of sun, a high in the upper 70s, and then a chance of showers and thunderstorms for Friday. Our high on Friday, right around 80 degrees. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by COP CDL Academy. Want a life-changing career? Give them a call today at 479-632-1050 or check them out online at copcdlacademy.com.
KERX Paris Fort Smith. This is Halftime, coming at you from the Crabtree RV Studios on ESPN 95.3. Broadcasting on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
We got a good one tonight. You got a team in here that doesn't respect it.
Live from the Busch Light Studios.
Don't ask me if I'm all right. What can't they dominate? And we not doing it.
We're going to go get one and celebrate on somebody else's field.
Yeah.
Both said you had very motivational words at halftime.
It's halftime with Bill Olson and Matt Jones.
From the bottom of my toes to the top of my head. What's my heart, dog? Let's go, man.
I have zero respect for saying no moss at halftime.
Even one Razorback. Is vintage Matt Jones. The Cinderella story is over, man. Let's go.
Text 877-377-6963. Now, here's Phil Olson and Matt Jones.
Back on halftime as we get into hour number 3 on ESPN Arkansas and hitthatline.com. Phil Olson along with Matt Jones and our Hall of Famer and Emmy Award winner Clay Henry. We have no guests here in hour number 3, so you can get with us anytime you want. 877-377-6963. Talked a little bit about the baseball win from last night. Hogs missing out on Santo Cyril, apparently, though nothing official about that just yet. And I did bring this up earlier, Clay. And I'd never seen this before. Now baseball's so like, why don't you do this in football? Why is there no ceremonial first field goal attempt, or why is there no first ceremonial foul shot for a basketball game? We do a ceremonial first pitch for baseball, but not last night. It was a ceremonial first chip by Augusta National Women's Amateur Champion Razorback Maria Jose Marin. And Matt, it was a thing of beauty. Are you a good chipper?
Clay's probably the better golfer of the group. My short game is my best part of my game. That's
Could you
true.
chip a strike into the strike zone from, I think it was about 50 feet away?
If I had 10 tries, yeah, but no, there's no way that girl that did that. I couldn't beat her any day of the week.
Clay, it was so cool. They put a turf. I think it was one of the plates that they might put on home plate for batting practice. So there's this little turf home plate that was dropped in front of the pitcher's mound on the grass, not on the dirt, so it's a little shorter. And it's then I'm realizing, it's like, okay, I guess she's chipping the first pitch, but you can't chip a baseball. I don't think that's going to work very well. And it's right, and just very calmly took one practice stroke, and then it would have been in the hole. And it was caught in the strike zone, and it was the
banana ball's got a new half-inning feature that they're going to start doing, right?
They should do that.
Yep.
It really was.
Yep.
I felt like it was a pretty cool accomplishment. Could you chip a strike?
Oh, I couldn't do it on the first time. She is so gifted, so talented. I mean, she won the NCAA stroke play. So I think the women's amateur over at Southern Hills, she might have been in the semifinals or whatever. So it's not like this is a one-off. I mean, this is what she does. She's not really. She's not real big. She doesn't have the size that say Maria Fossey had. Who won the NCAA as well. But I think that have either one of y'all been out to Blessings and been inside their facility?
Yes.
No, I've driven by it a bit.
Years ago, 2016, 2015, I had a buddy that was, he was the head pro at Stonebridge, and so we would go out there on Mondays because it's closed, and we'd kind of have running the place.
So
I don't know, 3
about
times a year type thing.
They added Peter Costas, who's the short game guru, designed a chipping facility. It's an indoor chipping facility. And it has like rolling greens and terraces, and so in the winter they can get in that chipping facility, and it is amazing how well these college kids chip, and they're chipping off mats or whatever you want to call it, and they can have it where it simulates rough, it's a little thicker stuff, but. So their short game is, they hit the ball in, tough spots. I've watched them out there play the Blessings Invitational or whatever you want to call it. And I mean, all of the college kids, not just her, but their ability to chip is what makes them all special. Their scoring ability, and she's got that. And so I wasn't surprised when I saw the video of that chip, because it's straightforward. She doesn't have to worry about spin. She's just chipping it to a spot to the catcher. I mean, he didn't move it. I mean, it's like
it was a perfect strike.
Yeah, I mean, it's like whatever he put it there, and didn't move it. Didn't move the glove. So I did that first pitch, about 3 years ago, and I was scared to death. Now I
remember when you threw it, Clay. You did well.
Yeah, but that's just throwing it. I mean, chipping it to me would seem to be harder. But I bet it wasn't for her. Now, of course, here she's hit chips at Augusta National Golf Club, with galleries and TV cameras. I was like, I don't think that. You guys were on the radio, so you didn't hear. But Brett and Troy had her own last night, and Troy asked a great question. Do you, when you have pressure, breathing exercise, and she went through, kind of a little bit of a routine about, what the breathing is like. But I'm guessing that she didn't even have to do that when she was out there. That was just a routine little chip for somebody of that quality.
Well, are they on a pitch timer in golf? Are you on a swing timer of some sort?
Oh yeah.
Is it 20 seconds?
It's not like that. It's more like they time you. I can't.
You got to
remember
call
how
them
many
out.
seconds.
Yeah.
But
Still remember
you're
Dennis
not on
Leary
a
line. What was the Dennis
I
Leary
will say
line?
this:
He just hit the ball already.
The college rounds are unbelievably long, and they are methodical. She is methodical. That's the one thing about college golf that kind of like a little frustrating. They're really slow, and of course they've got coaches with them. They don't have a caddy. They carry their own ball, or they have it on a trolley. A little three-wheel thing, but they can get a lot of help from their coaches, and they seem to use it. If you know what I'm saying.
Does the laser finder not speed up play, Clay? I thought this whole rangefinder thing was supposed to speed it up a little bit.
I'm not sure it does speed it up. I think that they sit there and look at it and click it. There is some thought that it's not any faster. It is faster for me because then I don't step anything off. But supposedly, all of that would happen before it's your turn. But I'm not sure that it does. So here's the thing about a range finder. That doesn't help you with your spot. So you're range finding the pin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those guys aren't aiming at the pin.
Mm-hmm.
They're aiming at a spot and then controlling spin to a spot.
Then you got wind and slope. Yep.
Yeah. So there's some things that add to that. And the caddies are telling them, hey, you got 115 to the front. You want to hit it 4 on. They're not talking about the pin. They're talking about lines, distance to a spot, and where do you want to be? Do you want to be 10 feet uphill? You don't want to be past. And when you guys are watching the Augusta, they're not going for pins. They're going for quadrants. They're going for to make sure they have an uphill putt. Hey, I heard Bo and Chuck apparently went through the routine Monday about could Bart break 100 at Augusta.
Oh, again? That was Oakmont last year, right?
Yeah, but this was can he break 100 there? And Augusta they have the fastest greens in tournament golf, 13 to 14 on a stimp. And if you're above the hole, and these greens are set up on hillsides, you got a 3-footer downhill, you better hit the hole.
What's his handicap?
I don't know, but
he
didn't break 85. He didn't break 85 at Big Creek.
Yeah,
which tells me a
he's
lot.
plus a 15. Playing the tips, playing where the pros
Well, see, I don't know what
tees,
but that's the critical. It's 7,500. The members' tees. Now, you remember, what's the average age of their members? It's up there. I mean, they're most of them are older than me, and they're playing tees that where they can get home on par fours. If they put Bart on the members' tees, it's a whole different thing. I played the championship tees in '81 the day after the tournament and shot 81. But I was 2 or 3 years removed from playing college golf and winning tournaments. That's different from Bart, where he's at. I don't think.
Is
he
it
plays
true that
much.
at Augusta, whenever you go out there to play, they bring the whole kitchen staff out there at hole 1 and start cheering and kind of make it like get your bubbles going? No?
They didn't do that. But here's the thing about Augusta National. And I'm not talking about just the Masters. The first time you go out there, and really the whole day, you're not focused on golf. You're in a museum. I mean, you're walking through Crystal Bridges and you're looking at, okay, there's a Rembrandt, there's a Remington, there's the Azaleas, there's Rays Creek, there's
the spot where Phil hit that immaculate two hybrid.
Yeah. You're on 16. Well, I'm looking over there. There's where Tiger was when he chipped in, and you don't know what you're doing because now maybe the second time, and I've heard the tournament pros, like the first time they like play a practice round, like which might be 2 months, they're able to come in and play a round, a day or two. They don't break 75. I mean, the best in the world. I mean, because I'm talking about the very first time they're there, and they're a +6. These guys are. If you want to say what is their handicap, they're a +6 or a plus. Scotty Scheffler might be a +8, but
let me ask you this, just based on the idea of a regular average schmo, and I don't mean that in like Bart's a schmo, but a regular old average person breaking 100 at the Masters using the Pro Tees. What percentage of golfers does that put you in the world?
Oh, it's breaking 100. You might be in. There's a lot of golfers, and there's a lot of good golfers, but I mean, so
to me, I just wonder.
There's a lot of guys that are 8 and under. They can break 100. Those guys can.
Mm-hmm. Guys that play 15, golf more than twice a week.
But you can get on number 12, and the very best players. You can get on number 12, and you can rinse it 4 or 5 times in a row. I mean, it's just like I can't hit that green. I'm hitting it in the water. I'm hitting it in the water to the right of the green. I'm hitting it in the water short.
Bogey golf's at 90. So I'm like, you're amazing. If you can go out there and shoot 90, you're amazing.
Yeah,
at golf.
but so like number 9, you can hit your second shot 15 feet above the hole, and there is no way if you aim at the hole that you're going to keep it on the green. And guess what? Then there's a slope that goes down 50 foot into a valley, and then you're down there chipping, and you're going to chip it up, and it's going to roll back, and you might make a 10 or 12 there. So that can happen.
If it's a little bit like the same idea as some guy that plays rec league baseball and is good, sitting there watching a Major League Baseball game, be like, you know what, I think I'd like to stand in there and see what it's like to try to hit against Tarek Skubal.
Didn't your boy Magnum P.I. get a bat in like the 1992 spring training for the Detroit Tigers?
Tom Selleck?
Yeah,
he might have been getting ready for the Mr. Baseball movie.
Do you not remember that? He like hit bat on ball. He's late on all of them, but he was just
the
fact that he was hitting the ball.
Garth Brooks played for like 3 or 4 different teams in spring training. Got at bats.
Your boy Master P played for the Charlotte Hornets, though.
Phil, you've been up there in the batting cage when they're having live pitching. I mean, I'm talking about live pitching, not batting practice, but live pitching.
Yeah, I've stood there before when I thought to myself, you know what? I'm not sure if that was a strike, but it smelled like it might have been.
If Steven Strasburg throws a slider, you're not touching it.
So this has been years ago. I mean, I think Jalen Beeks was maybe a second, third year pro. And he has, he's left-handed, and he's got that 12-6 breaker that makes him unique. That's his pitch. He can throw it over and over and over, and he's going to get a left-handed guy out. And I stood up there pretty close. I wasn't in the batter's box, but I saw it coming, and I wanted to get out of the way. And I thought it was a ball, and I mean, it hit the mitt, boom, right on the black on the outside corner. It's like, can you hit that? No, there's not any way you can hit that.
Not even going to see. Good luck seeing it, for one thing. Well, guys, I've been at thousands of baseball games, either as a fan, mostly as a broadcaster, going down on the field for batting practice and everything. And yesterday was the first time ever that I was physically assaulted by a baseball. A batted ball during batting practice hit me.
Nice.
And I was standing around the cage. Like, how does this happen? I don't remember who the hitter was. Bobby Warnes is the pitcher, and the ball hit so hard off the L screen that it ricocheted and it hit me in my right boob. I don't have any. Bubba's making fun of me. He's like, "You're all right? A contusion? You're going to be able to do the game?" It hit me hard, man, and I didn't react quickly enough.
Knock the breath out of you a little bit. You kind of catch your breath.
I screamed at the top of my lungs, trying to do the Happy Gilmore. Take it off your chest.
364 days left.
That's right. It's like, you got more? That's nothing. Come on, bring it to me.
I was at the golf track, and you never go down range when you're playing with amateurs. It's just a good idea when you're at the golf course. But I was thinking, no, my ball went over to this, so I'm walking to my golf ball, and I hear the guy swing. And he blades one, and it hits me right in. But it took my breath. It didn't hurt as much as it just took your breath away. You're like, oh, Yeah.
It was so I had the moment where it hits you, and you can feel it. I'm like, all right, does that hurt? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
does
right.
that hurt? Does that hurt? Because I feel it. Does that hurt? It's time to scream and not
then
let
you're
anybody
like,
know that I felt
somebody do that on purpose? What's going on? Yeah.
And then I'm looking at Brett Dolan because it wasn't just Brett. It was also, I forget who the hitter, it might have been Zach Stewart, who's there talking close to the turtle, the cage with Nate Thompson. And instead of those guys making a move to catch the ball because it went right between their heads, they got out of the way. Yeah, just let the radio guy wear it. That's
but you
fine
weren't
with me.
watching for it, right? Because it's not. You're safe, right?
All I did was take. I am trained in my own brain to, like, every 2 seconds at batting practice, if I'm anywhere where it looks like the ball can hit you, to look over your shoulder. I've seen what a ball can do to somebody, and there's no need to get into that. But yeah, so I'm standing there outside the cage, like, there's no way anything's going to hit me. Yeah. I looked to my left to say something to Brett. Literally a split second. That's all it took. Next thing you know, you got Spalding coming right at my right breast.
Oh, yeah, the SEC logo.
Wilson.
Yeah. So when I was 16, I made the Legion team, Colonial bred, and our 18-year-old stud was Gerald Hannes, Dusty Hannes' dad, who, played for the Dodgers and the Expos. He's buddies with Dusty Baker. That was his roommate. And we had a scrimmage, and I batted against Gerald. I mean, normally I didn't bat against Gerald because he's my teammate. But he hit me with his fastball in my left thigh, and I saw the imprint of the stitches of the baseball for about 3 weeks.
That's what I was looking for yesterday. I wanted to show Bubba where it hit me, and I was like, well, let's see if there's some stitch marks, and thankfully there weren't.
Yeah, but that happens. That's pretty much routine. If it hits you,
rare, huh?
If it hits a solid blow, it's gonna leave the stitch mark in a bruise pattern. And I mean, and it did. And you know who was the most proud of that? Gerald Hannes.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's right. Because if it's going to leave a mark, I think you want to be the person.
Oh
who left the
he's
mark.
like, Clay, let's, because a lot of times we practiced wearing shorts. We didn't wear our game uniforms in short. We just had shorts. It's 100 degrees. Curran Conway Field. That's where ULR plays now. And I've got shorts on. He goes, he just pulled up my shorts a little bit. He's like, yeah, it's still there.
877-377-6963 for the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Yeah, those marks will last you for like a full
but you don't have
sometime.
do you have a bruise, Phil?
No, I just have a bruised ego because I didn't catch the thing.
Yeah.
Want to remind you about our guests for the remainder of the week. Tomorrow on a Thursday on Halftime, let's see, we'll be talking with we'll have Bubba Carpenter, batter up with Bubba Carpenter. Also, Brett Dolan will join us at 1:15 Friday on Halftime. Aaron Torres, see what's going on in the background with AT, talk about college basketball. James Teague, former Arkansas pitcher from the Teague Law Firm, and then Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen. So a very busy week. And we'd like to thank our friends at Swift's Jewelry for bringing the Halftime Weekly lineup. If you're popping the question, celebrating an anniversary, looking for something special, Swift's is the place to go. They've been a trusted name since 1956, right next to Hugo's on Block Avenue in Fayetteville, specializing in custom jewelry and engagement rings. They are designed to be as unique as your story, and they offer expert watch repair that keeps you on time. Swift's Jewelry. You can see them in person on the town square in Fayetteville, or just look at swiftsjewelry.com to learn more. Swift's Jewelry, celebrating life's biggest moments. Stay with us live at Bath Makeover of the Ozarks in Harrison, and Halftime returns in just a moment.
Lewis Automotive celebrating 80 years. Since 1946, no pressure, no hassle, just tradition. The challenge is over, but the deals aren't. Come take advantage of the thank you event only at Lewis Automotive.
Swinging a drive, right field, a rocket headed to the...
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacale.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse.
Some serious crappie.
Nice speck.
We got crappie.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite, white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Are there still places Taco Bell's crispy chicken nuggets haven't been? Sure, but the inside of a Crunchwrap slider is no longer one of them. The new crispy chicken Crunchwrap slider. All white meat chicken nuggets where only we could put them. Inside a slider-sized Crunchwrap. And the dipping sauce, it's along for the ride. On the inside. Choose from creamy chipotle or jalapeno honey mustard. The new crispy chicken Crunchwrap slider. A brand new classic. Only at Taco Bell.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge, and when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
If your Razorback closet needs an upgrade, the University of Arkansas Game Day Collection is what you are looking for. Only at Roback.com. They have brand new Arkansas hoodies and polos that are selling fast. Go to Roback.com to check out their new apparel. That's Roback.com. RHOBACK.com. Use the code RUSH26 for 20% off your first order. Roback, where action meets comfort.
David Bowie got more fame with his #1 hit titled Fame. John Lennon co-wrote and sounded some of the high notes. The last line in the first verse sums it up. Fame puts you there where things are hollow. John 12:43 tells us that many people rejected Jesus because they loved the fame of people more than the praise of God. Is it any wonder you get more fame by rejecting the name of Jesus? I'm Pastor E. from Woodland. Think about it.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or any individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check on your eligibility for the homestead tax credit. Contact us today to see if you qualify. The homestead tax credit could save you up to $600 off your tax bill.
So I had pain in my feet for a good 20 years.
It felt like I was standing on marbles.
Something wasn't working with my feet. Was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis.
If your feet aren't comfortable, the rest of the body suffers.
So I went into the Good Feet store and bam. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support.
You put in the arch supports. To me, it was almost miraculous.
It really brought me back to being able to be me.
I can run, I can walk. This is not something that you could solve online.
Reclaim the good life with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. Good feet, good life.
Can't afford this gas, so I'm stuck here watching TV.
Make sure to follow Halftime on X at Hit That Line AR and on Facebook and Instagram at Hit That Line. Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years.
Since 1946, no pressure, no hassle, just tradition. The challenge is over, but the deals aren't. Come take advantage of the thank you event only at Lewis Automotive.
Let's get back to the show with Phil Elson and Matt Jones.
Hall of Famer Clay Henry with us too here, guys. I guess I forgot to bring this up. Some folks have talked about this. Nate Oates mentioned on Sirius XM last Friday that he is now engaged. And so that would be a story, but here's what's going on with this. He has ended a 26-year marriage and is engaged to his girlfriend, who used to be his top assistant for Alabama athletics. He's 21 years older than her, and it looks like this, you know what this kind of sounds a little bit like? A little bit like the Sharon Moore situation, but it didn't go sideways the way that Moore and his girlfriend got sideways. And, of course, everything that went on there, in this case, the relationship worked out for the two of them, and Nate Oates is now engaged to somebody that was working for him and is 21 years younger, and it sounds like they were also dating while he was married. So,
and that Nate Oates is a stand-up dude. I'm telling you, I wouldn't let my kid go play for Nate Oates. There's no way I'd let it happen.
And yet Alabama just signs into an extension that makes him one of the top 5 highest-paid coaches in the country.
You know what all this says?
It
says win, baby.
What does it say?
Win.
That's it. That's what I mean. He's a heck of a coach, right?
Yeah.
Bill Belichick-ish. Like he's
it is.
Nate Oates. That's all.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Hey, it's we live in a different world than me and you grew up in, Matt.
That's true. People
I mean, you're
just have
younger than
different
me,
morals,
but
and
it wasn't
different
like this.
standards
It wasn't
and
like this.
Different way you're supposed to treat people.
It wasn't like this when you were young, and it certainly wasn't like this when I was young, which would have been in the 60s and 70s.
Nate married his ex-wife, Crystal, in 1997. He was an assistant at Marantha Baptist University in Wisconsin. They shared 3 daughters. Crystal was diagnosed with lymphoma in 2015, went into remission in 2016. When did Oates get the job there? He's been there for a while. I remember the time that he was at Buffalo, and I don't think he was at Buffalo for all that long. 2019 was his first year at Alabama, and this young lady was working at Alabama Athletics in 2015 while she was a student, joined the men's basketball staff as director of basketball ops after graduating in 2017. So she'd worked for the previous staff, too, and stayed on under Oates, and it looks like something real blossomed between the two of them.
I think it did blossom.
Wow.
All right. Yeah.
I was about to
that's
say,
a pretty
yeah,
good. That's a pretty
word.
good description of it,
word.
Phil. What's the odds?
Let's
on
take a
this
phone
being
call.
10 years from now, what's the odds
of this still being a thing?
Yeah.
Watch them ride off into the sunset together with his contract.
Yeah, it's like right on past Talladega. Yeah.
I think there's
that would be the
something
sunrise. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I've never been attracted to somebody 21 years old younger than me. It's like it's I don't know how age appropriate you're supposed to be on things, but it's like, have you heard a 19-year-old talk? Have you heard him? Have you heard a 22-year-old? Have you had a conversation with somebody that age?
Pop culture references are a very important part of a relationship.
Oh my goodness!
The ability to connect on music too, which I guess you can from 21 years apart. It's just there's got to be a lot of
you
compromise.
Could if you both like George Strait, because that's timeless. But
there you go. You got to have a common. See, thanks.
I don't know.
Well, apparently they both love Alabama basketball.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Well, until they don't.
Pinto's on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Hey, Pinto, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I got a quick story to tell y'all. Hey, Clay, I led the league down there, Area 5, Kern Conway, American Legion.
I know you did.
In 72, 73, 74, and being hit by pitch. I was a leadoff batter, and I didn't care if I got hit. I just wanted to get on, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm not afraid of getting hit by a ball. But somewhere around 1980, I don't remember if Scott Bull had already finished his pro career, but he was in Northwest Arkansas, and I was playing in a softball tournament against him. And I was playing shortstop, and I had a gun, so I'm playing, Scott Bull's a big dude. I'm playing about 10 feet deep out in the left field, He hits a line drive, and it's coming at me in a way I've never seen in my life. It was, now I've seen balls knuckle, they've been hit so hard, but this thing was darting 10 feet one way, 10 feet the other, dipping, rising, and by the time it got to me, I was dadgum scared. I just turned around, put my glove on the back of my head, covered up, and that thing hit me in the butt cheek.
Best place he could have hit you.
Oh my gosh! I went down like somebody just dropped a sack of potatoes, and
I've heard that.
I had the stitches off that softball. This was back when you used to put the softballs up on the dashboard and bake them, so it'd be hard as a rock, and on the dashboard of your truck. I had those Dudley softball stitches imprinted on my rear end for about 6 weeks. Yeah. And it turned every color of yellow, purple, red, blue. And I got the chance to tell him that story. This is the greatest thing about it. I got the chance to tell him that story just down at the stadium shop when him and Coach Van Horn were signing the cookbook. You remember when they did that about? Yeah. So, and he looked at me and he thought, "Man, who is this idiot?" But
we've been saying that for a long time, Mark. I mean,
yeah, dude, those stitches were hit. They stuck for a long time.
Well, it was several weeks for me. Yeah, right in my.
It's all a matter of where it hits you.
Was he proud? Gerald Hennis was proud of it. Was Scott proud of it?
Oh yeah, he kind of puffed up standing there around his wife and Coach Van Horn, and I just kind of thought,
good stuff,
hurt,
Pinto.
Let me tell you, it hurt.
I'm sure. I hope that the stitches have gone down since then, and it's not quite the colors of the rainbow. Always good hearing from you, Pinto. Thanks a lot.
So I didn't get to ask him, but if it's on your butt. How do you know? Did you stand in front of a mirror?
Well, you just ask somebody and then
show
them.
Who are you showing it to?
They're honest with you.
Who are you showing it to?
Somebody that you're really, really close with. I don't know who that's going to be.
Well, I think
you know who it's going to be.
It would be past tense. You would not be close to him much longer.
We're live at Bath Makeover of the Ozarks in Harrison, and we'll be back in just a moment for the home stretch of halftime. Stay with us.
You haven't been shooting the ball good. So get in the gym more.
This is halftime.
Tired of paying high box store prices for your building materials? Integrity Outlets Auction Company is having a huge public building materials auction on Saturday, April the 11th, starting at 10 a.m. Join us at 235 Homestyle Drive, Berryville, Arkansas. We're selling lumber, cabinets, appliances, flooring, windows, and much more to the highest bidder. Contractors, flippers, and homeowners, don't miss this. Visit our Facebook page at Integrity Outlets Auctions for complete details.
Superstars Joe Klein and Pat Bradley for Arkansas's #1 sports app, Bet Saracen.
Joe, you know the main difference between Bet Saracen and those other guys?
Definitely easier to navigate. Always good parlays. Plus lots of fun choices, like ping pong, right there on the app.
But the real difference are those special promos.
Get $250 on us with your first $25 wager.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to Halftime Live from the Crabtree RV Center studios. Crabtree RV Center, where RVing is life.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or any individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check on your eligibility for the homestead tax credit. Contact us today to see if you qualify. The homestead tax credit could save you up to $600 off your tax bill.
This ad sponsored by the Sebastian County Assessor and paid for by Amendment 79.
Safety matters, above ground and below. Before you dig for your next outdoor project, notify 811 to have underground utility lines marked. A quick call can prevent hitting gas lines or other utilities and keep your family and neighbors safe. It's free and could save you a lot more than money. So before you pick up a shovel, remember to notify 811 first. Brought to you by Arkansas Oklahoma Gas. Learn more at aogc.com/safety.
Do you need closure on your garage? Call Grit Garage Doors. Whether it's a new door, a squeaky closing sound, a broken spring, or just off track, Grit is who you can trust. Call Grit. There's no door Grit can't close. Local team, local service with honesty and integrity. Call Grit Garage Doors. 479-430-3667. That's 479-430-DOOR. Grit is who you can trust.
You're sitting at a red light or stuck in traffic, and your phone lights up. Maybe it's a text, a video call, a new post, or a quick notification you think you can check in a second. It feels harmless, but the truth is, once your eyes leave the road, you're not really driving anymore. And traffic doesn't pause just because you do. That split second of distraction can throw off everything. Your reaction time, your awareness, your ability to avoid someone else's mistake. You could damage your car, injure yourself, or hurt someone you care about. Or you could get pulled over for a reminder that your phone isn't worth the risk. So before you start driving, make it easy on yourself. Put your phone on silent. Toss it in the glove box. Set it to Do Not Disturb. Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Hit it. This ain't no disco. It ain't no country club either. This is LA. All I wanna do is have a little fun before I die. The man next to me, out of nowhere. He says his name is William. I'm sure it's Bill, Billy, or Macaroni. He's playing up with me, and I wonder if he's ever had a day of fun in his whole life. We are drinking beer at noon on Tuesday. The bar that faced the giant car wash. Washing their cars on their lunch breaks, posing and scrubbing as best they can in skirts and suits. Drive their shiny Datsuns and Buicks. The phone company, store too. But they're nothing like Billy and me, 'cause all I want.
Welcome back to Halftime with Phil Elson and Matt Jones. Got a question or comment for the guys? Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline.
Lewis Automotive celebrating 80 years. Since 1946. No pressure, no hassle, just tradition. The challenge is over, but the deals aren't. Come take advantage of the thank you event only at Lewis Automotive.
Now let's get back to halftime with the voice of Arkansas Razorback baseball, Phil Elson, and Arkansas football legend, Matt Jones.
With the Major League Baseball season started, some fans a little bit nervous just the way some of their teams have gotten started. The Boston Red Sox have not started very well. They're 3-8. Craig Breslow runs the baseball operations, former pitcher. He's a Harvard grad, if I remember correctly. This will maybe make your eyes cross.
So that kind of the idea of deploying our players in a way that maximizes positive outcomes by creating the most favorable matchups that we can is a term that I would call optimization, and I think that's synthesizing analytical information. It's synthesizing the real-time feedback that we would be getting from our players and our coaches who are interacting with each other every single day to ensure that we're doing that and making sure that we're not leaving wins on the table.
So that makes me want to throw up listening to that. That sounds like corporate gobbledygook that has been in the sports world for a while now. Anytime you think of analytics, Matt, you think of people that talk like that.
You don't have any rhythm or routine. So one of my favorite artists just came out with an album called Creature of Habit, and that's what you are as a baseball player. You have to have a routine. You got to have a rhythm. All of a sudden, if it's herky-jerky, guys get weird if you're batting in the 6 hole and then all of a sudden they move you up to the 2 hole. You kind of get a little quirky about it. So okay. I don't know. I want all the information I can have to get ready for a game. I think that's just a little too much.
So Phil, I'm just making I'm the oldest guy, and I have the most wisdom, and I'm going to make a call here. And I want every morning when you get up, I want an email from you to the rest of us on optimization.
Yes, that's
And
right.
I
We
mean,
need.
I got to have that from you. I just think it will really help me as I do the show if I know we've been optimized.
Well, I'm only working on my self-optimization. I can't
No,
work
but
on
you
your
got to
optimization.
do. No, you got to. Well, it's your show.
Yeah, you're the leader.
Gosh, that puts a
Yeah,
lot of pressure
sorry,
on me.
man.
Well, let me listen to this leadership
by
statement one
golly,
more time.
If we're going to do this right, we better be optimized.
Well, let's listen to Craig one more time because what would the phrase be here? Would it be power words?
Synthesizing. We gotta massage it into the gravy.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that kind of the idea of deploying
deploying
our players in a way that maximizes positive outcomes.
I thought the draft had already happened under Trump when he
I
was
thought he
talking
said
about that.
optimization somewhere in there.
It's coming down the line, but already we have maximizes, deploying, and positive outcomes.
Matchups that we can is a term that I would call optimization.
Optimization. There you go.
I think that's synthesizing
Synthesizing,
information,
analytical,
synthesizing the real-time feedback that
real-time
we're getting from our
feedback,
players and our coaches who are interacting every single
that's
day
10.
to ensure that we're doing that and making sure that we're not leaving wins on the table. So
Yeah, that's 10 buzzwords in a 23-second statement.
So if I'm in the interview room and he does that,
Yes, they are.
If I'm there, I would put a cap on my pen and stick it in my pocket, and it's like, no, I'm done. I'm not writing.
You know, the
this.
thing of this guy was a player. He pitched in the big leagues, but he went to Harvard.
Yeah,
So it's
he
like
did.
all the guys who
Yeah,
are
he
running
did.
teams were Ivy Leaguers. I guess
Yeah.
that's the theory here. And he's speaking like one. He's not talking like a ball player.
I thought it was. When I listened to it, maybe you said he was a Harvard grad, but I was thinking Yale.
I can't tell the difference between one or the other. Yeah. You'll find
You know
it.
what? You know what that did to me? It discombobulated me.
That's exactly what that is. Look, I mean, these are English words that have true meanings. It's just, it takes what that sounds to me, because anytime you're throwing out the corporate gobbledygook, it takes away the humanity of what athletes are and what
So-
sports is.
Yeah, I wish that he had added a few more words in there. Like, surely he could get plethora in there. And I think maybe
Yeah.
waylay. Maybe waylay would be we're trying to waylay the opposition. Like with optimization. Come on, guys. Come on, dude.
Look, part of it is you want all the information as an athlete, man.
You want all the information you can
It's
gather.
important stuff.
Yeah.
But part of it is also like, how is this information being communicated to you in a way that you can soak it in and comprehend it and understand it and not look at the person that's giving you that information and saying, you're not speaking English here.
Well, now you've already put something in my brain saying I don't hit good against this guy because I can't play. And now anytime this guy shows up or whatever type of pitch he throws, now you're telling me already that I'm not good enough. And so now you're thinking about that. So there's a little negativity that's going in doing that way. You want to play. If you're a ball player and you're able to play, then we play. You want to know your role. There's no question about that. But I'm not taking a guy off and not letting him play because I ran the numbers and it says he's not good enough.
So this is way past Moneyball, isn't it, Phil? I mean, this is way.
There's no emotions. It's an AI thing. You don't really know how the person is. It's like on analytics it says we go for it on 4th and 1. Yeah, but not if Aaron Donald's the defensive tackle. We don't go for it on 4th and 1.
This
It's
is
that
so much
simple, isn't it,
different
man?
from Moneyball, but it's in direct correlation to it. And
It
the
is.
only thing that Moneyball's about, it's not about on-base percentage. It's not about anything other than finding value where others don't. And I don't know what that would mean right now. It's not about analytics. It's about maybe studying the sport in a way where you're realizing what the other teams are not realizing.
So the only baseball player that I know, I'm talking about. I don't know a lot of major league players. You probably know more, Phil, because a lot of them came through Little Rock. You rode the bus with them. You know more than I do. But the only one that I know that could sit there and look eye to eye with that guy and then come back with some charts and figures and things that said we can do this would be James McCann. He's the only one.
Leave it to a
He's
catcher.
smart enough. Yeah, but he aced the ACT. He made one B in his life. in his life. And he thought he got cheated.
Pretty amazing.
It was some kind of like finite math or something. He made one.
Hey,
beat.
real quick, before we end this segment here, I got to wonder, did you look up anything on Rosanna Arquette, the song of the Toto song? I think we brought it up last week for your halftime homework. Did you see what movie that she's in that we had you
Pulp
watch?
Fiction.
Do you remember? He got it, Matt.
Woo!
He remembers. She's the stuff with all the crap in her nose.
Christian, your reflection, I mean, your answers to the questions of the test are reflections of your two teachers. So thank you for getting one right. Yeah.
That's called optimization, Christian.
Yeah.
Well done.
Synthesize that into the meat.
You can optimize a great weekday lunch spot in Fayetteville at Flyway Brewing. Flyway features, of course, fresh beer, cold, crisp, ready when the workday wraps up. A great place to host a lunch meeting that will impress is Flyway Brewing Company in Fayetteville. They'll optimize your beer, they'll optimize your people, and you'll enjoy it. Of course, they're on Zion Road in Fayetteville. Flyway Brewing Company, make it your next stop. We're back in a moment to wrap up halftime at Bath Makeover of the Ozarks right after this.
Would you say I have a plethora of piñatas? A what? A plethora. Oh, yes. You have a plethora.
This is halftime.
Do you love fireworks? What if you could get paid to shoot them? J&M Displays is looking for part-time fireworks shooters to help put on incredible shows across Arkansas, Kansas, Missouri, and Nebraska. They'll provide free training, great daily pay, and a front row seat to some of the biggest fireworks shows in the region. And there's nothing like hearing the crowd cheer after a show you helped create. Ready to light up the night and your future? Go to jnmdisplays.com and click the Join the Team tab to get started today. J&M Displays, where the sky is the limit.
Spring is here, and it's the perfect time to upgrade your home. If your garage door needs repair or you're ready for a new look, call Precision Garage Door. From broken springs and openers to brand new doors, they provide expert service and professional installation. Fully licensed and insured, with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers, and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call 844-PDS-DOOR or visit PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Precision Garage Door, voted the best in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Are you looking for a great deal on a previously owned vehicle but want to avoid high-pressure sales? If so, you need to visit Edwards Auto Sales in Roland. For over 30 years, Ernie Edwards and his staff have helped folks from Arkansas and Oklahoma River Valley buy a quality vehicle and offer a Buy Here, Pay Here program as part of their services. Some restrictions may apply. Come visit Edwards Auto Center newly remodeled facility, 3 miles west of the Garrison Bridge, the first car dealer on your right, or log on at edwardsautosalesinc.com.
Here's to you and yours from the friendly folks at In Good Spirits, your upscale liquor store in Fort Smith. At In Good Spirits, they've got what your taste buds are craving, including flavorful wines from around the world, scrumptious brandies and liqueurs, tempting whiskeys and beers, and fine cigars. Treat yourself to the best as you listen to the game. Check out In Good Spirits, 12100 Highway 71 South, across from Riley Farms in Fort Smith.
Top CDL Academy is a licensed Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration that provides the federal required training to obtain both Class A and Class B CDL licenses. Our program provides assistance with employment after graduation. We have finance and grant options available. Students straight out of class have started new careers earning $70,000 to $140,000 per year, and training is provided for all 50 states. Call today, 479-632-1050. COP CDL Academy.
At Dobson Fiber, we're helping you build stronger connections by bringing the fastest internet network available to your business. Why fiber? Fiber internet provides reliable, symmetrical, blazing speeds. Without any interruptions or buffering, you can rely on Dobson for all your data needs. With Dobson Fiber as your premium internet provider, you can focus on the things that matter and the connections you build. To see if fiber is available to you, visit Dobson.net. Dobson Fiber, building stronger connections.
Since 1992, the Inn at the Mill has welcomed guests to experience the most unique place to stay when visiting Northwest Arkansas. Centrally located at the Johnson exit off I-49, the Inn at the Mill has established a rich tradition of comfort, convenience, and value. Whether it's the big game, business travel, a trip to Crystal Bridges, or a weekend getaway that brings you to Northwest Arkansas, the Inn at the Mill has a spacious room with ample space to spread out. And when I'm there on business, I appreciate the fast, free internet to keep me connected to work and the laid-back European-style breakfast to start the day. Experience unique and different at the Inn at the Mill. just off I-49 at the Johnson exit. Call 479-443-1800 to make your reservation. That's 479-443-1800 or visit inatthemill.com. The Inn at the Mill, where the past meets the present.
Lewis Automotive celebrating 80 years. Since 1946, no pressure, no hassle, just tradition. The challenge is over, but the deals aren't. Come take advantage of the thank you event only at Lewis Automotive.
Used to ride with a vending machine repairman. He said he's been down this road more than twice. He was high on intellectualism.
Welcome back into halftime, live from the Crabtree RV Center studios. Crabtree RV Center, where RVing is life.
Yeah, it was good stuff today with the
That
Sheryl
was
Crow
fun.
here in the third hour.
Oh, man, that was cool.
Yeah, Clay, we've got Ron Jumper here with us, too. I think we may have a sale at some point because it sounds
man,
like
it's death to me.
Miss Jean Ann is interested in
Oh,
Bath
she wants a
Makeover
new
of Arkansas,
bathroom.
Ryan. How do you
Oh,
like
yeah.
that?
Well, hey,
Hey.
we'd love to take care of her if she wants.
Hey, well, I'm not telling you where I live. I cannot show up here because it'll be.
It is within in your area.
Well,
You know,
hey, if
she's
you're
gonna
just even
say,
thinking
give me
about
one
it,
of
don't forget
those
about that
pieces-
price lock guarantee.
She's gonna say, give you one of those piece of plastics and do it. That's what she's gonna say. Oh God.
Tell me about the price lock guarantee again, Ron.
Right. So, just in case somebody needs to, they're thinking about it, you're just even, because we're running a great sale right now with our 50 Homes Spring into Saving event where the first 50 homeowners get half off installation, 0% interest financing, a $200 gas card with purchase, and just a free $50 Walmart gift card with free in-home estimate. So if you want to take advantage of the deal, we'll lock in your price with that price lock guarantee. So, and then you've got a year before that price expires. So,
now we're talking about installing all of these bathrooms and shower facilities. We need people to do the installing too.
Absolutely. So that's one thing we always like to talk about when we do things like this is if you're listening and you're a talented installer, electrician, plumber, also sales professionals as well. We're always looking for people to grow and expand our talented team. We've got 13 install crews right now that help us cover the 8 states that we're expanding, either currently serving or expanding into. So if you're looking for an exciting opportunity, we're never going to run out of work.
How do they get a hold of you if they're interested?
Sure, go to bathmakeoverar.com and fill out our contact form or go to our careers page if you're interested in learning more about that. One of the reasons we need more crews is we're starting to do a lot of commercial work as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, residential is obviously what we do the most of, but we're doing a lot of commercial work. And one of the reasons that a lot of we get the opportunity for commercial work is because we have the capacity to knock out a lot of bathrooms fast.
Yeah.
If somebody needs 10 bathrooms done, we can send up a crew on Sunday night to start first thing Monday
What if
morning.
I'm building a hotel with 4 floors?
Yeah, that's fine. We can send. Like I said, we do 100 bathrooms a month. So, a lot of times, you don't want us to just do one at a time that takes weeks. We could knock out a couple of bathrooms a day, or 3 bathrooms a day, or 5 bathrooms a day, depending on how much. Particularly if it's an empty hotel, my guys will go. They'll knock out 2 a day per crew.
Outstanding. Well, it's easy to go online at bathmakeoverozarks.com. Bathmakeoverar.com will work as well. Their showroom in Harrison is on Old Bellefonte Road, right across from North Arkansas College. And you can all you got to do is spend a few minutes in here, and you're going to see just how absolutely gorgeous the walk-in showers are, the walk-in bathtub, all the fixtures. And Ron, appreciate you having us out here. And you may be getting a phone call pretty soon. Who knows?
Well, absolutely. We appreciate you guys coming. It's been a good day. Been fun. Talk a little sports, little bathrooms.
And
This
it's
was
good.
cool, yeah.
It's
good catching up.
That's right.
There we
From
go.
those days back at UALR when we did the last.
Who was the ball coach back then?
Joe Foley.
Joe Foley, yeah.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Yep.
He's one of the best. All right. Well, that's halftime today. Clay, you're one of the best too. Matt, appreciate you guys. This was fun. Clay, we'll have you next week, right?
Yeah, we're going to optimize.
We will.
Good work, Clay.
I'm gonna
Good
optimize
work.
myself all the way home. All right. Well, if you missed anything on halftime, the Eastside Liquor podcast will be ready for you in just a few moments, thanks to C Unit. Ruskin and Zach are getting set. They'll take it for the next few hours as well, and then we're here tomorrow. On my way out to Tuscaloosa for another award-winning edition of halftime. So for Matt, For Ron, for Clay and the unit, I'm Phil. That's halftime. Have a great Wednesday.